So I fixed stuff.
Crazy.
Oh, I
Okay,
got
so
panicking.
Zoom is up and running, so you guys can start connecting.
Did you
I
buy
got
a
panic.
hard drive? When's it?
I got a panic attack.
Morning, everyone.
How much?
Morning, Annette.
Hi.
Two.
Good morning, teacher.
Morning, Michael.
TV. So she said.
All right. Good morning, good morning.
Well, you know, so I think if they're on.
So, morning, Suzanne. Morning, Anna. Hi, Mary.
Good morning, teacher. Good morning, everyone.
So I knew.
So everyone here in the room is again. And my computer is again. So actually Linda is sitting between the chair and her back on this, my computer, trying to warm it up so that I can teach with it. That's
Oh,
what
no,
we-
my God.
She's cozy cuddling my computer
Oh, my.
between her jacket and against her back. And it's a
We
cold.
need to get a- Teacher, we need to give you a warm blanket, electric blanket.
Yeah, someone here, Linda was saying like an electric, a hot pad or something.
Yes.
So I'm down to one computer for now while her body does the work of trying to get my computer to run, which is, there's no sun, there's a little ray of sun. It's probably a very weak sun at this point, and I don't necessarily want to leave my computer out in the, out in the world. Oh, you know what? I do have this patio. Is there any sun in this patio? Oh, there's some sun in this patio.
I think you better let me, since I'm all.
If you're all set up, okay, she's all set up. The computer's on her back.
That's the best time. Birds and eggs.
Okay, we'll let you do that. Now, you know, whenever people say, so what did you learn in your computer class? You go, well.
We will say that you are a great teacher and give us a tip in case our computer doesn't work.
So I have some, two items of good news. I got an email today that I want to share with you. But actually, Jeanette just brought up her phone. Message. Here, let me let you know, those of you who have the new iPhone, up until now, if you had, if you were on the network, like if you had service and you had problems with your computer, hold on, I'm running my cables are in the way. If you had service and you ran into trouble, you could call,
Come on.
keep coming in, you could call 911. But now, as of today, she's just showing me a message she got that as of today, I had heard it was coming, but it wasn't there yet. Even if you're off the grid, so if you're in a place with no network, so like when I tell you guys I go camping middle of nowhere in the Sierras in the summer, we have no network. Our phones, basically, we turn them off for the whole trip. While you're off the grid, they're starting up the emergency satellite service. So you can still use your phone to call for help, even if you're off the grid. If you have an iPhone 14 or newer. So again, when you always wonder what's the point of upgrading, well, certain things, even if you have a 13, it won't work. But from now on, you can call them emergency services. And the newest phones also have this thing that if you are on, if you crash, if you're on in a car and you crash, it detects a crash and it calls emergency services too. So,
But you have to have the 14.
the crash, I believe, is also
The crash is from before.
13. I'm not sure, but for sure for 14. But I don't know if it's not for just people who have the OS 16, which might mean anyone who can upgrade to it. I'm not 100% sure about the crash I think it's for people with the newer phones that have that system in them that can detect it. Oh, think about this,
But an iWatch would be good too,
getting into my nose.
probably has the same stuff.
Anyway, so, yeah, so there you go, things that might work. And I also got a message, an email this morning from Mac Mechanic, saying that they have some kind of I think they do a backup for you, a free backup. If you go and take the computer to them to upgrade to Ventura. That said, since I'm going to teach you how to back up, I'm not necessarily sure how good that is for this group, but it's still check for your emails or go to the website. But anyway, it was an email that said, I can read it later. I read it really quickly because I was dealing with morning stuff. Something, I think it was a free backup service if they handle your Ventura upgrade, but I don't know how much they charge to do the Ventura upgrade. Okay, Anna, you have a question?
Yeah, I noticed, I just wanna ask you, I noticed when I did the update that that inform from the iPhone 14 appear in mine if you fall or if you have a crash. Appear in
Okay.
mine with the upgrade, and I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Okay, then there you go. That's a system that isn't only for the newest phone then.
Well, I'm not sure if it might work or not. It's there, but I'm not sure if it works.
The thing about those is we don't know if it works until it happens, right? So hopefully no one will ever be able to report to me that it worked. Because that
Well,
means you've been in an
Mine is off because I fell the other day, didn't know.
No, but I think it's a crash. You think it's about falling?
Falling too.
But if you fall, they call 911. That would be kind of, I
Like,
mean,
well, if somebody lost conscious or something, they will call or something. I don't know. I felt, but
well, you have an Apple Watch, I remember, and I think that might be an Apple Watch thing because they can check
Maybe.
your pulse, but the phone can't do that. I don't know. I can't get this straight, you guys, so I'm not gonna
Okay.
promise you
No
the answer
worries.
to any of those things. Let's do some research. All right, because I really don't 100% know. All right, so let's go ahead and today we're gonna talk a bit more. Just so you know, today we are meeting Tuesday, Thursday, next week, Tuesday. I know it's Thanksgiving week, so we're meeting on Tuesday, but not on Thursday. What should be our final class instead is gonna be the following Tuesday. So we're gonna meet 2 Tuesdays in a row after this. And that one Tuesday after Thanksgiving will be our final meeting, okay? Just to prepare you guys ahead of time of what the plan is. So we're gonna be working on backups, the last two, I mean, not the whole last two of them, but if everyone has their backups in time and has any question, like start getting them. We have all this time, but I know it gets busy, Thanksgiving, like things go crazy. So if you have a chance to, those of you who need a new backup a new hard drive to create a backup, please do so. The rest of you who already have one, life is good, but I'm just reminding you and warning you about that. Now, I do want to ask you all to take a minute. So, and I know that since people have been in both classes, I want to make sure. I believe I've already asked the MAC level 2. No, I haven't asked MAC level 2 people yet to fill out a survey. No, you guys didn't do it yet. Okay, so I'm going to put a link. Here it is.
This is where we rate you.
This is what?
This is where we give you your rating, right?
Yeah, so
We've
this
already done that.
in the MAC level 2.
Yeah.
Mm.
we do that this one.
No, I only asked for back level 1 and see, and you know why I know, because she's only in my level 2 class. Yeah, and it's kind of weird because you've done it 2 times already. Most of you have been in my class since the beginning. I've done it 2 times. Hold on, I'm looking for the name tags for everyone here. But here's what's happening. I'm being evaluated this semester, and in fact, the evaluator is coming in here the last 15 minutes of class, so you'll meet her. But she's already attended my Photoshop class. She just wanted to see how I'm running a Zoom, a hybrid HyFlex class. As I said, we all learn from each other, and she's gonna begin one, so she wants to see how I'm doing it. But anyway, that reminded me that this group hasn't yet filled out a survey. Now, you all might think, oh, but I already did it. Yes, you did it for level 1 or intro, but because supposedly I have different students each class, or could have, each one of the students who attends my class has to do it each time. I'm getting some reverb from someone here. Okay, good. So I put it on the link. Can y'all please go while we're talking, click on that link and fill it out. This is the last time. If you're in a MAC class, I'll ask you to do it. Let's just get it done with. The sooner we can do it, everyone finishes these, then the sooner I can have my meeting with her. And at this point, I'm also finishing my my
Hi,
other
I'm
classes.
Diana Musacchio. I
Oh,
teach computer course.
oh, did you want us to do it now? Is it, you want us to click it now?
Yeah, go ahead and do it now. And then you
Okay,
don't need to watch the video. You can watch the video if you want, but it's me basically telling you that this is it's a free, by the way, Josie, you didn't have the link because you just joined us, but I'm asking people to fill out, to click on the link that I just put in the chat.
And
It's a
me-
survey about what you think about my teaching. It's about me. No, it's not about, you know, the schedule of the class or things like that. It's about me as a teacher. And it's completely anonymous. I won't know who filled it out. So say truly what you want to say. I get all the feedback aggregated, like I'll get one list with all of your answers, so I won't be able to tell who says what. So that's what you feel comfortable, truly saying whatever you need to say. And then someone has to turn their sound off. There we go. And then if you need to, I'll share for a minute, because the part that's complicated is the arrows, not the arrows,
The stars are backwards.
right? So you scroll down a little bit and you hit the start. And then over here, you can, you need to write what class you're in. And that's the difference between when you're an intro to the MAC or MAC level 1, MAC level 2, right? So see which one you're in. And then okay, so I need to just do anything, test. And then the stars are, 1 means you really don't like it, 5 means you really like it, and anything in between. Okay, so if you really believe in your instruction clearly explains material and gives good examples, then if you think that's awesome, you go to 5. If you're not so sure, 4, 5, 3, down to no, she doesn't, down to 1. So that's how that works. And then if
It
once you,
doesn't look that way. It says strongly, oh, never mind. Sorry, never mind.
I know it's weird, and so it's weird, which is why we're getting some weird numbers there. But anyway, 1 star to 5 stars, right? So I'm gonna click on a few of these in a row till get to the next one, which is when you actually have to write something, because I want to show you something that I should put in the recording. Let me say here, when you enter your response, say you're beginning to write and then you hit return, you meant to write more, but you hit return, this is question 10, and you just wanted to keep writing, you hit return, it goes on to question 11. So down at the bottom, right, you have these little arrows there that you can just back up and go back to question 10 and keep writing. So just hit period and keep writing. You can't do the return thing or do shift return, but that's a problem that I've discovered because you guys told me. So we'll have to do that. That recording goes to everyone, all teachers who are getting evaluated, send this out to their students, and my recording appears, and we put in everything in there that we thought was needed, but we didn't think of this little arrow. So I'm gonna re-record that for next session, people who are being, so if you guys are in other classes over the next, so every 3 years, we all get this process done. Anyway, and then you're done, finish the last one, and then you can, once you get to the last one, it'll self-submit, or you can hit submit. and then it'll be over. So when you're done, give me a little yes, so that I know you're done, and then we'll keep going with the class.
I'm sorry, where's the link for the?
In the chat, go to the chat.
Okay, it's gone.
So it says two things you can do to
Oh,
improve
if you
learning.
just, okay. If you just joined it's not that it's gone, if you just joined us, you don't have it, so I'll paste it one more time. So anyone who just joined, there it pops in. You see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, some of the people in this classroom are still joining, and so it doesn't pop in until you join.
I clicked on it and it went away.
So scroll down a little bit, scroll down a little bit. Versus here, and hit the start. Yeah, that's also a problem. We should have the video be smaller, so we can see this start button. So go to the chat.
Oh, there's the.
I said,
Yeah,
Down
the
to
chat appears
learning
right
experience.
there.
get a newer computer which will allow her to upgrade to Monterey.
Sure.
Oh,
All right. So was there a
Enter.
question? I was out helping someone here. What was that? Someone said something? Oh, it wasn't for me? Were you talking amongst yourselves? Okay. So give me a clean yes if when you're done. All right, so thank you guys for doing this step. I'm gonna put it out to all my classes that are left this week so that I
Mac
can.
level 2 here.
This is Mac level 2. Mhm. This is Mac level 2. It's,
Log in today, my regular password, I could get into Pipeline Online. And I restarted it a few times. And I checked that it's not based there.
you
I
restarted it
restarted it twice. And I checked here to make sure it was the right password.
Sometimes there's a space in the front. Now there's no space. Try again. Okay. And now write your password. Sometimes there's an extra space in the front that gets.
Oh. It worked.
Let's see. All right, guys, I'm seeing a couple of yeses.
It doesn't seem to be accepted like Bloomberg stars.
Yeah, this is a video, so go down and
Oh,
start.
okay.
Yeah, we need to put that in there, go down to start, because my video appears so big. People don't see the start button underneath, so things that I'm noting for when we reset this for all the people who are getting evaluated next week, so that's, yeah, so go ahead and. And then. Scroll down. No, but that start is hidden. If there's like 5 of you here, then all of you at home, if you don't see this start, and this is a 3rd time some of you have done it, and it's still hard to do, that means that this isn't such a good, so I need to take note of this, because this is a new system for the survey than what we used to have, which everyone said was really complicated. This one should be simple, but if that start button is hiding, that's no good.
Teacher, can I ask a question? I'm sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you.
No, of course.
Do I say about myself or the group as I see it, as my perspective?
Well, the responses are, how do you feel about the class? So I would refer to me, but if you have an opinion about the group, please put anything.
No, what I'm saying is, what I'm putting is that you are very common, and take time for our understanding. We understand.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't, the one thing I can't do here is tell you what to write. So write whatever you feel like writing, and that sounds fine. I mean.
Okay.
It's like, the one problem.
got it, I got it.
I'm supposed to not guide you into it.
Diana, I don't see the button to press for evaluation.
Okay, so you have my video there?
Yeah,
Scroll down, scroll, and
Yeah, I
under the video,
scrolled.
there's a big start button.
Where go? Okay.
So do you see me? Let me press the thing. link.
Yeah, I see you, but I'm scroll down. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna link to it again myself,
okay.
so that I can share again.
Oh,
Okay,
there it is. Oh, there. I had to go way down. Okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
go
And then
all
I
the way
lost.
under and then under and under, and there it is. So yeah, there's a problem there. Clearly, I need to reach out to the person doing this. Because please watch this video, then click the white button below.
Yeah,
But
now you're on share
very
screen. and
below.
I can't find my.
Yeah, I should tell them to have the button that says start right here.
Yeah, I did, but you're covering my whole.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm stopping my share, sorry. Okay. That was more complicated than I expected. I hope the last few sessions that you guys did math classes that you managed to fill it out, given that this time was
Okay,
so
sorry.
complicated.
Okay.
All right.
Like,
So
okay.
everyone, got it.
Deanna,
Thank you, Mary. Can you all please go into the chat and give me a hello, by the way? Yes, Julie?
I seem to have an odd problem this morning. When I'm on the, I do my chat and I can see everybody's responses. When I go up to the top and say, close the chat, suddenly I lose my mute button on the lower bar. I still have the video, but I somehow today, if I do that, then I don't have the mute button.
If we are done, well, if it's a Zoom issue, the button is just gone for some reason. I would say disconnect and reconnect, like restart your Zoom again. I mean, I really don't know.
No, I still see everybody. It's just that when I hit the close the meeting chat,
Yeah, the mute
That-
button disappears. I don't know.
yeah,
It's
I've
okay,
never
'cause in
had-
your room, you never have a lot of background noise in your house, so it's okay to leave it on. So
no,
leave it on. I don't know why the mute button's disappearing, sorry.
yeah, that's weird, because a day or two ago, I did another update on Zoom, and which I had already done last
Yeah,
week.
there was an update this last week. Okay. All right, guys, most of you guys have said yes, so I'm gonna assume that you're all pretty much done. If you're still answering, that's fine, but let's just, I'm gonna move on. If you haven't answered, what I can do, if I remember, is send an email to everyone, and then those of you who didn't get around to filling it out, so you don't need to do it again, but if you get an email from me and you didn't get around to filling it out, take your time and do it later. I just know that when people send emails for surveys, everyone's like, yeah, I'll do it later, and then no one does it. So that's why dedicating, 10 minutes in class is the recommended solution. All right, so guys, let's keep going here, and I've got my devices running, and hopefully you do too. And I don't know, maybe let me know if you think that my computer's warm. I can connect my computer. You guys didn't hear, some of you came in a little bit later, but my computer is doing its I need a morning cuddle thing again. And so Linda has my laptop between her big old jacket and her back, and she's warming up my computer for us to have a computer today, which is crazy, but that's how cold it is here today again.
You don't
So-
have a little portable heater there right near you?
No, I don't, but maybe I should ask for one for them to
Ask,
fit one,
ask
and
it
then
for
I
a
can
couple.
put it on the laptop. I went home last week and I was telling my family about this. Everyone was laughing because you always know not to overheat your computer. Never heard to actually cool it or warm it up. All right. So you already heard what I said about Mac Mechanic having a deal. Go to their website, which is macmechanic.com, if to see what the details of the deal are for upgrading to Ventura. That said, I'm not recommending that you upgrade to Ventura yet. I'm saying that if you are going to or want to, they are offering to do a backup of your system before you do the Ventura upgrade. Now, that is what I'm going to be teaching you the last 2 sessions here. We're going to be doing a backup of your system. So you don't really need that, but if perchance you feel like you want someone to work it with you, that's what's happening.
For their 2 terabyte. 200.
Oh, okay, so this is from Mech Mechanic.
I
Oh,
went
cool.
there.
So Jeanette went there and she bought a 2 terabyte
didn't buy it.
external hard drive, or she didn't buy it, but she got it. There's $110 at Mac Mechanic for a 2 terabyte external hard drive. Yeah, and it's macmechanic.com. Yeah, okay, so here's their card. And this is what she just went to find out. Okay.
And I gave him your name.
Oh, cool. Thank you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and I'm going to clear your answers. Now, the big question that a lot of you guys have had that I said, oh, it's coming in Mac level 2 is about email. And in fact, last week, there were questions inside of the whole iCloud thing that I said, we'll wait until we get there. But first of all, what I want to do, let me share my, and open your system preferences on your computer. And if you have your phone handy or your iPad handy, open your settings on your phone. Okay, so we're going to be setting up both. Did someone say something? I
Yes.
heard it.
I did. I don't even know what my class is.
Where you're what?
Were you?
System preferences. Go up to either it's on your dock or go up to your Apple and an Apple icon, bring down the system preferences. I'm going to share my screen now. Yes, Linda?
How did I turn this back on? I'm trying to, I turned it off
Oh.
to see if that might work.
Okay, so by the way, here's, you go up to the Apple and say system preferences right there. And there we go. And that's how you open your system preferences. Let me share, by the way, now one more time, my system preferences. There you go. And yeah. Sorry.
Let's see.
I restarted, but I just shut it down.
Here, I'll take the
I
laptop
pulled
now.
it up on.
And
This button here starts.
Oh, okay. I think that might work.
Let's grab this guy.
Are you sure it's? just
I don't know. Is that, how do you feel? You feel
It's just
warm?
starting.
Okay, then let's wait a little bit longer.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do.
Go in settings.
All right, guys, so go either up to, let me share the entire screen. Either you can find it up in the very top of your computer, which is always available, the Apple icon, and then you go to system preferences, or most of you guys should have it in your dock here as system preferences. Now, I'm gonna reshare just the system preferences for a second, but if you have a phone, then it's called settings. And if you have, again, I'm not, just open the same little icon that looks just like this one. It's like a gears. If, remember on your phone that if you don't have, let me just show you something. If you don't know on your phone how to find something, and probably by now I've shared it enough that you guys, oh, so if you're on, this is my laptop, this is my iPad now. So if you have here in the middle your settings and it's really nice and comfy, you're lucky. But what if you don't have it here? Some of you might have it in the dock. What if you don't have it in the dock or in front? Then what you do on a laptop, on an iPad or on a phone is you put your finger kind of higher in the middle and you just pull down. Whoop, I pull down, like just a little pull down. That's all I did. Okay, so just a little tick, pull down, and the search pops up. And then you go ahead and you write, settings, and then as soon as you write set, it, you don't even need to finish writing it. And there, this choice for the app you need pops up, and you click on that, and you head into your settings. Okay, same with your phone. Just put your finger in the middle of the whole thing and just a gentle pull down. That's the search. If you have the new Mac OS, not Mac iOS, which means for the mobile services, then the Mac iOS system already has a little search in the bottom for the newer phones. All right. And then what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to start with the computer, And then I'm going to tell you how to do it on the phone or on the iPad. Okay, so I'm going to share my computer system preferences again, which for me still look pretty different. For 2 or 3 of you guys who are in Ventura, it already looks very similar to the one in the settings. So if so, then you'll have to wait for a second, Anna, you know, people who have it looking like Ventura, people who have Ventura. Joseph isn't here yet. He usually shows up a little bit later, but is anyone else other than Anna and Joseph on Ventura? Did anyone over this week? Oh. you- No, the phone is not called Ventura. It's just your laptop, your desktops are called Ventura. On they never gave names to the phone ones, so it's just by numbers. We're in iOS 16 on the phone. Okay, even though the newest phone is 14, so that gets confusing. People get numbers going, but just whatever phone you have, the newest operating system is iOS 16. But right now we're on the computer or laptop. What I'm sharing you is the system preferences for Monterey, which are the same as for Big Sur and which are very similar to the ones in Catalina. So what we're going to do right now is the same for anyone, Catalina, Monterey, or Big Sur. So we're going to head down here to users and groups. And now when I say down here, no, sorry, not users or groups, just completely sorry. If you did go to users and groups, back up again by doing this arrow. We're going to internet accounts, Click on internet accounts.
Yours, mine seems worse.
All right. Now, again, some of you guys have taken this class before and you've already set this up. If so, just, you know, kick back and hang for a minute while I have other people do it. But what we're going to do is we're going to put in here any account that you already have. So those of you who are like, you know, Rod, you can hit the escape key so you can move over and put your own accounts in the system preferences. The rest of you do it on your own computers, right? But actually, Maria, can you turn off the inside light switch, please? The inside one, yeah. No, the other way. And now turn the, yes, thank you. That's better for us to see the screen. Okay. So what do I mean by putting in whatever account that you have? First of all, what shows up automatically is just this thing, the SVCC, it'll have your Apple ID number here, and then it'll say gig, or it'll have an iCloud.com account and it'll say Game Center. Now, this shows up automatically, and the question is, whoever, what is this? And do you want this? Like, you probably all have this unless you've already erased it, because in the past I might have told you so. And that's something that just comes with your Macs. People who want to play games can connect through it so they can talk to each other and compare points and stuff like that. So if that's interesting to you, leave it. If that's like, what do I want that for? And give me a second. I'm on the computer right now, not on the phone, Janine. So that's why anyone who has their phone or their iPad out or Ventura, just wait, because it's different and I can't set you up with the equivalent. It is actually different enough that I can't say do the same thing. I have to show you a different method, okay? So back to this SVCC at iCloud.com. I have no need for it. And the reason I'm sharing and showing this for you right now is to show you how easy it is to get rid of an account that you don't want, just so you don't worry about putting one on. Because putting them in or out is as simple as selecting it. Okay, so if you have one that you don't want, just and hit this little minus down there, minus. Are you sure you want to delete this account? Say okay, and it's gone. That's how quickly you get rid of an account. Now, let me be clear, you don't get rid of it. The account exists in the world if you want it again. You are just not seeing it through this computer. Again, why am I saying this? Because if I'm asking you to put in a Gmail here or of yours, or an AOL here, or a hotmail.com, or whatever email account you use, it's not creating it or not, or deleting it. This is not where you create a new, say, oh, I want a new Google email, let me create it here. No, this is only for existing accounts. So your existing email address, your existing Yahoo, your existing Gmails, right? So first of all, we're gonna put in your existing pipeline account, all right? So if you don't have your pipeline account here yet, pipeline account is a Google account. So I'm gonna go ahead here on the right side and click on the word Google. Now, consider this is what you should do again for your other Google email addresses. Okay, so we're gonna hit Google over here. And it says Google requires a completed authentication in your web browser. So you say open browser. And so now I need to share my entire screen to show you that I'm opening the browser. Give me a second. So the browser opens up. Now, the email that they want here is your school email. Now, your school email, you guys, is your username for Pipeline plus, I just wrote it in here, is your username that you all know it's your first initial or second and your last name at pipeline.sbcc.edu. Okay, so I'm putting it in the chat so you guys can have it in up closer if you need to see it, but it's pipeline.sbcc.edu. Let me see if I can just share just this window so that it's a bit easier for you guys just to read if I share only that. Okay, so pipeline, so your username at pipeline.sbcc.edu. All right, and then say next. And it's going to send you to the pipeline login. Here, it's only your username. And always in the pipeline login, you do not put the whole added pipeline SBCC. It's only your username. And for those of you who already have it recorded, look what I'm doing. I click in here and the computer says, do you want it says, this is my keychain in action. I have had the computer memorize it. So I don't need to write the password. I just click on this and the password gets written. This is great, but it's also the reason people forget their passwords. So just because you use this, don't assume that you don't need to remember your passwords, because if your computer dies and you try to get into pipeline, you won't remember your password, right? So anyway, now let's go ahead and leave all these will appear. Select the apps you want to use with the account. They will all appear, all four pre-checked. Leave them all pre-checked for your pipeline account, please.
So, excuse me.
Yes.
I have a different screen there.
Okay, let me go see. Someone has a different screen. Let me go and give a hand.
I'm assuming it's, easy.
Okay. Oh, it wants to, because it wants to, yeah. At the bottom, just say allow. So I didn't get the Mac OS wants to access your account because mine is already signed in. But if you get a message saying Google wants to allow or not allow, say allow. If you get the word trust or not trust, say trust. And then you're at the same place, then you should be at the place I'm in. Okay, so where you're supposed to be is internet accounts. Right there. So click on Google. And open browser. And now sign in with your whole username. Okay. How's that going, guys? Any question? Okay, and then when you get here, you'll say done. And you should see now a Google account, which on the right side, if you notice over here, it has your pipeline email address. Once you have completed this step, or those of you who already had this step set up, please raise your hand. Okay, not raise your hand, sorry, give me a, don't confuse me to raise hands. Give me a yes, like you see this, you see that you have a new Google account with your pipeline. Anna?
I'm not sure how I do that because I have mine is other
Yeah, so you're Mac OS Ventura. So I said anyone who has a phone, an iPad, or Mac OS Ventura, give me a second because I need to demo
Oh.
that.
Sorry.
It's different. Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
it's just truly the first time that something is truly different on Ventura. So it just works a little bit different. And I'm going to make sure that everyone says yes. And if you have a, Mary, yeah, Mary Mel?
Yeah, my question is, what if you have multiple Google accounts? Did you just choose one?
No. That's a great question, and that was perfect because that's where I'm going next. What if you have many Google accounts? First of all, how do you distinguish them? So if you do have another Google account, and let me show you, I'm gonna go and put another Google account, and I want you guys to do that. Go ahead, click on Google again, open browser again, and now I'm gonna put in, my share has to show you all my windows. So, hold on, I have to do this again because I'm gonna have to, I'm trying to make the best share for everyone to see best, but I'm gonna have to go to the total desktop because so many little windows appear that otherwise you can't. Okay, so I'm gonna say open browser, and here I'm gonna put another of my Google accounts. So if you guys have your personal email or something like that. So here I'm gonna put in, and then I'll show you how to distinguish them, Mary. First, I'm gonna put 2 accounts. So I have SBCC teacher
Yeah. I
at
think BCC.
gmail.com. So many of you guys have, so if you have another email, put it in here, and there, any other Gmail will be at gmail.com. Okay. And when I say next over here, here I do have to put in my password because this computer doesn't know it.
Okay.
So this is what I mean about you need to know your computer, your email passwords, all your passwords. So I'm going to say next. And over here, since I have set up 2-step verification for my accounts on Google, it says to keep your account safe, Google wants to make sure that it's really you. So it's asking me to open my YouTube app on the iPhone. It asked me something, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go to my iPhone and open the YouTube app. And this is because I enabled the 2-step verification. We kind of went through something similar last week, right? When we were doing the iCloud, that it had to have you do something on your phone. So, which is on the one hand, awesome. On the other hand, well, what if you don't have that thing that they're asking you to do? Or what if you lost your phone as well, right? So the double verification, sometimes people have left their phone in the car and they have to run to their cars or something here, I've noticed in the past. Well, now I've told you all to bring your phones to the computer. But what if you lost both your laptop and your computer and you're trying to reset your phone, you're trying to reset it. So that's the place where the 2-step verification gets a little bit, strange. But that's, also your safety, right? So if this is happening, like, major catastrophe and you lost everything, then you do need to check in with Apple or with Google. You need to call help and say, hey, I'm trying to, to do this, but I don't have my device with me, and then they can help you handy. Anyway, so I'm opening up my Apple, my YouTube app on my phone right now, and I have to sign in because this is, I didn't have, for example, I did not have YouTube on my school phone, so I'm putting it in right now. sbcc.edu. All right. And now that I'm signed in, hopefully it'll recognize me, but it's still. No, I'm, here's my phone. It's just that I had to download YouTube. Most people kind of have YouTube set up, but it's not. Since this is my school phone, I don't have it all set up. .sbcc.edu. Ah. It's not letting me. Okay, that's not good. I've never had to do this. I've taught this so many times, but I had never set up a two-step verification on Google and on the phone. It's not working.
You
Uh,
have to, teacher, you have to go to a G account and they show you accepted and take you the 44.
Yeah, I know, it's just not letting me. So here's what's happening. I'm on my phone. Let me share my phone. I just downloaded YouTube because I did not have it set up. Okay, so
That's how it works.
why is my phone not sharing? Hold on, my computer is resisting sharing. I'm on my phone. Here we go. Okay. When I have both my phone and my iPad on the computer, this computer doesn't know which one to share. All right. There it is finally. It's sharing my phone now. It takes its time. All right. So see, I downloaded YouTube, right? And what it wants me to do is to sign into YouTube. So I'm opening it up and it wants me to sign in with my Google. So it says sign in with Google.
Google, yeah.
So I'm saying continue, but now when I'm putting in my pipeline in here, and again, I always demonstrate this so many times and I've never had to do this. And computers are getting better about asking you to, but see, it sits here and it doesn't take me to pipeline, which is what it should be doing. For me to authorize it, it's going blank. So I can't. Okay, this is really frustrating. Let me stop. That's why I'm saying it's not about what I need to do. It's just my phone is not doing it. Let me go back here. I just disconnected. The thing is that I just disconnected. I had all these connected to my phone. But since today I'm teaching you this, I just disconnected all these accounts to do them in front of you. And so the phone's like, you just disconnected me. It must not be you. So it's making me jump, something's wrong here. You don't usually disconnect and connect immediately. So it's making me jump. Because I'm signing at my SBCC teacher. You guys saw how in my pipeline, I was putting my pipeline. Yeah. So let me try again. Sign in. I have to put in my SBCC teacher email. Sorry. Now, there you go. So you guys don't know what I'm doing, but I was putting in my pipeline email, but the account that I'm trying to set up is this other one. So, okay. Okay, I give up. I'm not, I have to do it again because my app wasn't set up. So I'm gonna just, I guess I could say resend it now that the app is finally up and running. I'm just concerned because this isn't really my phone, that it's actually probably being set to my other phone. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what's happening. It's going to my real phone. Ugh. Okay, sorry, I got into this. I normally know exactly what I'm. Let me go to see if my phone is here, my personal phone. Give me a sec. It's asking me on my personal phone. No, because on this one, I don't have myself signed up. Okay, I know what's happening and this is a mess. All right, guys, let me just stop my share and explain what's happening. Which is so frustrating. I'm trying to sign up to an account that's not real. sbccteacher.edu, I only use for teaching, but it's not the account of this phone. This phone is set up with Pipeline.
Yeah.
So it's trying to give me a runaround and I can't do it. So here I was trying to show you how easy it is to sign it up and it's not letting me. So I'm gonna back off on that and I'm gonna put another account. So originally this was in response to Mary's question of, I have a lot of Google accounts here. How can I tell you choose one or another? No, you're supposed to put in all your Google accounts, which I just deleted like 10 minutes, right when the class started, I deleted them because I wanted to show this to you. And so my phone is not happy and telling me that that I must be not, that something's wrong. You know what I'm trying to say? Because since I just deleted them, it's giving me a warning message, which for better for worse, I appreciate it that they are trying to be so careful, but it's hard for me to teach. So next time I know not to delete stuff right before I put them in. But between this account Pipeline or my other accounts, the only way to distinguish them is to change this name here. So again, if you have 3 Google accounts, put in your 3 Google accounts and then,
You're not sharing.
and then over here where it says your name, say, click on the word details. And instead of the description being Google, write Pipeline or SBCC, whatever you prefer. I'm gonna write both that way. And when so it's still in your name, but in the description, change a description. So now see how this says now Pipeline/SBCC. So then your next Google account, you click on that one and you say, okay, that one, call it personal or call it Mrs. My junk email or stuff like that. So what I need you to set up, I'm going to set up a Yahoo email that I have here, which I do have set up. So I'm going to do that next. But I want everyone to have I need to have another one set up. So I'm sorry that I'm taking a bit longer, but I need to have more emails set up here to show you how this works. So now I'm gonna click on this again. And now it's asking, it's a Yahoo account that I'm signing in next, okay? So I'm gonna click on Yahoo. Now, while I'm doing this, these are iCloud, if these are Microsoft Exchange would be if you have Hotmail or Outlook or one of those. Google, Yahoo, AOL. If you have other accounts like Cox, click on add another account right here. Once you click on add another account, it switches to this and then go to mail account. Click on that and put in your Cox email address. Okay, so you can set up all your stuff. So I'm going to hit Yahoo and I'm going to put that one in. Is that a motorcycle? Yep. And then, of course, password for my Yahoo email account. I'm gonna have to go in for teaching purposes, take the 2-step verification off of my, okay, so again, whatever option is available, I'm gonna say yes to that. I'm gonna say done. So there's my Yahoo, which for me is my junk mail. I'll explain that in a minute, and so on and so forth. So by the time you're done, some of you guys will have like 4 or 5 different ones here. Okay. All right, so Pam, your hand is up. Oh, Rod is up too, sorry. Rod, your hand is up. Okay,
I can't get in, I don't know how to get to where you are.
all right, so. System preferences.
Oh,
Now, put in your username at pipeline.sbcc.edu. I'll be back.
I had two questions. One is, I really don't understand why. That's a good point. And then so. Did I miss that? Okay, and then I put in my pipeline account and now I realize integrated into my regular. When I open my.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be teaching.
Okay, and so but you're gonna get.
Yeah,
You're gonna get me.
that's the whole
right?
goal. Yeah.
Okay. I have
Okay,
440
start putting your username.
Right. And now.
Hello. Hey, Bo, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Sorry, let me just, I'm in class right now.
Say next.
Yeah. So I did. Oh.
And now scroll back a little bit. And then we want to now go back. All right, so guys, a really good question just showed up, but I'm helping people get this set up. So it's pipeline.sbcc.edu. Okay, here's the question. Why are we doing this? And I normally tend to explain this ahead of time. And then I do this, but the things got inverted. So thanks, Pam, for that question. So here's the thing. Keep your voices down for a second. So here's the thing. Your computer, the whole point of doing this is to have your computer be able to access whenever you want all your different accounts. Now, when this happened immediately, someone here saw that their accounts got connected and mailed. And I said, yes, just a minute, I'll teach you that in a minute, right? But for those of you who already went to your mail and said, oh, wait, well, now I'm seeing my pipeline email, my addresses, that was the point, but I'm going to teach you how to handle that and how to take it on and off at will. But right now, if you add your pipeline and your Yahoo and your 2 other Gmails or whatever you have in here, that's the initial step you need to do. You need to go to internet accounts and enter individually all your different accounts. And then from here, we'll handle what we want to do or see of each one of those accounts. Okay. So right now, if I click on my pipeline, what it's telling me is then my mail app, okay, the mail app that belongs to this computer down here, I will be able to see my pipeline emails. In my contacts app, I will be able to see my pipeline contacts. In my calendars app, I will be able to see my pipeline calendars. In my notes app, I'll see my pipeline notes. When I say, no, maybe I don't want to see the pipeline notes for one reason or another, I just need to turn this off from here. Now, for today, for the duration of Mac level 2, for your pipeline account, I want you to leave all 4 of these on, at least during the class, because I will need to teach you how to handle it. Your Yahoo, if I go to my Yahoo right now, I'm going to be able to have my computer's mail app, read my Yahoo email, my contacts, my Yahoo, et cetera, et cetera. So if you have 4 accounts, what would happen if you go into your mail app, you'll see the mail from all 4 of those accounts. If you go into your contacts, you'll see the contacts of those 4 accounts and so on and so forth. Now, some of you want to do that and some of you don't, and I'm going to teach you how to handle those choices, okay? But for now, leave everything on of what you're turning on, so that I can teach you. All right. Rod, how's it going? Were you able to put another account in? Let's see. right, so say that you want to put in, okay, your Yahoo. So how are you going on your personal computers, you guys? Are you putting in your accounts? Personal, okay, good.
Is this in your way of, no, leave it right, I can pull this over this like.
Okay. Because for some reason, oh, it says this is also your IG. It's the same one. And I'm trying to delete it, it says that you want that, no, you don't. Okay, so use it there. Okay, well, that's. There's that option, yeah, that's okay, you just don't need to use it, and that's all.
Already exists, can I just,
You already signed in.
Yeah.
Okay, say okay. So here it is then.
Oh, and then-
So you just need to go to details and say, this is my pipeline account. Okay, I'm dealing with what's happening in here. Is no one at home having questions? Because there's people here having questions. Are you all okay at home? I need to see yeses. You're all good. Many of you who are at home have been in my classes before, so you've already done this. Okay, and now comes people who have Ventura, like Anna, whose hand is up. So now I'm going to show you how to do this on your phone, which will then show Anna how to do it on her account, okay? So I'm gonna, Anna, is there a question other than how to do it on yours? Anna?
I think I figured it out. You add an account and you use this, you say that this, what do they call, pipeline is a Google account, or I added its other account,
No, add it as a Google. It's important to add it as what it is. Yeah.
an open browser.
Yeah, so here's the thing, I'm sharing my phone right now, and let me show you, because I want everyone to do it in their phone, and it's different. So when I show it on my phone right now, Anna, I'm gonna
Yes.
assume it's the same as Ventura. But if it's different, then I'm gonna have you share your settings, because you're the only one who has Ventura right now, and then I'll give you a hand. Which is another reason why it's hard to have so many different system preference settings up, especially when I can't, share it, but anyway. So now on my phone, I'm gonna go to the settings app, okay? So click on your settings app on your phone. And on your phone, maybe it's different on Ventura, but for sure on the phone and on the iPad, there is no thing that says internet accounts. There is no center for internet accounts. What you
No.
need to do is you go down, remember that what we just did was add an account that was for my mail, for my contacts, my calendar, and my notes. Remember that?
Yeah,
So that's what you do. You go to mail, and once you enter it in one, it'll populate the rest. So click mail,
add account.
and then head up to the word accounts.
Okay,
And now here, it'll say add account.
okay,
So click on add account, and then here we have exactly what we had in the computer, right? So I'm gonna click on Google. And everyone do this on your phones and or iPads. Setting wants to use google.com, so you say, okay, continue. And then I already have some accounts here set up myself in this phone. So, but if not, it's gonna ask you to put in your username at pipeline.sbcc.edu, okay? So if you have like your personal one here, don't use it, use another account. Like if you have already in your phone some other accounts, just say use another account, but as you can see, mine is already there, so I'm just gonna click on that. So you basically have to write your username at SBCC at pipeline.sbcc.edu, okay? So everyone do this on your phones, please. So that when you do it, you have the way to do it, and then you learn how to handle it. Yes. Mhm.
mine teachers say, make sure you trust iOS. You might sharing sensitive information with the side of your app.
Okay,
You
give me a second. You need to show me, because since I don't know what your Ventura is doing. I need to have you share. Give me a second here while I disconnect. But first I need to finish putting in this password. Okay. And then it'll do the same as before, see? It gives me the 4. So this is, see how it's identical to we did it in the computer, except for in the computer, it was check marks. And on the phone, it's little sliders, okay? And then we say save. And so here is my Gmail. And the thing about my Gmail is that I can't tell if it's my pipeline. So I'm going to click on it again. And up here where it says account, I'm going to click on that and I'm going to go to the description, and instead of Gmail right there, I'm going to go ahead and again, call it pipeline.
Okay.
It's warm. Thank you. Thank you. And then I'll say done. So now when I back out, my account says pipeline. Now
Okay.
I'm gonna go, I'll do this again with you guys, but I'm gonna back out to show you how, for those of you who put it, once you put it in the mail and you back out, if I now go to contacts, that account is already set up, see? Pipeline. Like from in the Mac, you have in the computer, there it is. Now if I go to calendar, it says 2 accounts again. So you set it up in one of them and it automatically sets itself into
Can
all
you,
of the different settings, okay?
will you do that?
I'm gonna stop and have you share your screen and see if that I can help you then, and then after that I'll help individual people. But go ahead and share your screen, please.
Yeah.
Well, I get my, yay, it's
It works.
working.
Is that crazy? I'm bringing a heating pad.
So,
To that.
yeah, so we just got the computer out of Linda. Linda just took the computer off her back. And she, believe it or not, all this time she was sitting on my computer, not sitting, leaning against it. And so finally I have a computer, a second computer to teach you. And so.
Like, if I can allow this, there's so many things to clean every day. But I'm afraid is that when
I'll teach you how to get
I don't know.
Guys, I know the concern is, and I've heard it twice already from here, so I know a lot of you guys at home have it. All these things that come in, I don't want to see them all the time, but I am going to teach you how to handle them now. So you don't need to see them if you don't want to, okay? So trust me, do it, because that's the whole point of what I'm teaching, okay? To teach you how to handle your accounts. Right now, put in all your accounts, survive until 12:15 with me, and you'll be learning how to handle them, okay? So that's what's gonna happen. So now I'm seeing your email. Hold on, trying to, where's my mouse is not responding to me, so give me a second. And so I can see you on this screen. All right, so this is Anna. She is sharing her settings, which are in Ventura, you guys. Okay, so yes, Anna,
Yes, ma'am.
you had a question.
Yes, now
So-
I have this account from the other school and I have this my personal.
Mhm.
I tried to close this, but doesn't let me do it. I don't know why.
But don't turn things on and off yet, okay? For now, just trust me. Okay,
Then my account, and there we go,
go
add
to
account,
Google.
and
Yeah,
go
you
to
need your
Google.
pipeline, open browser,
put this,
okay, and then put in your pipeline email address at pipeline.sbcc.edu. Pipeline, P-I-P-E. Line, L-I-N-E, dot
line,
S-B-C-C
BCC,
dot
ED.
E-D-U. Okay, next,
Next,
and now put in your, yep. You do know that you have all this memorized down there. When you get this little.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah. Okay.
And
Right, so
that's
now
what happened in
scroll-
my,
Scroll down to allow,
that's what happened in my phone.
and that's it now. You could close this
I don't want to close this.
or
That's
just
good.
minimize it. Yeah.
Minimize it, Okay.
And now go back to your settings and then you're done. Cool. No, don't say cancel.
Oh.
Now this is it. This is saying, can you connect all of these? Say done, yeah. So for
Okay.
now, leave them all, okay? And now you have to go up to details. Up at the top where it says details and under description, write pipeline instead of your whole email address.
Oh.
Or SBCC, whatever you prefer, right? SBCC because you have the Cuesta College. Okay, and say okay.
Okay.
Cool. Now, by the way, I'm noticing here then, go down to internet accounts again now to the main. Yeah, so for Ventura, they do have the internet accounts. You know how in the Mac, I told you in the phones, you have to go to mail and put it in the word internet accounts if it's on the phone, but I'm seeing that she does have the internet accounts. And there, so now you have SBCC that it's easy to tell, Google that is a personal one. So if you want to leave it as Google, that's fine. Or you could put in, then say that it's your personal email. Yeah, or you can write whatever email it is, you know, whatever helps you find it. Okay. That was fine to write personal or whatever you want to write in there. You choose, as long as you can describe it. Say, okay. And then back up again to internet accounts. And then go to your MyQuesta, go to the Anna Thompson and yeah, and go to no, not that one. Go to back to the Cuesta email, two up, yeah. And go say details and just write Cuesta, go up to details. And just write Cuesta instead of the whole name. You'll see why, just whatever makes it easiest, because that's another college that she's at. Okay, say okay. All right, and why this helps is if you go back now to all your accounts, see, oh, the name didn't, and my Cuesta didn't change. Did you say okay or cancel? Looks like you said cancel. Say okay. There we go. Okay. It's not
That doesn't
taking
do
it.
it.
Oh, weird. Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't know why it's not taking the name, but okay. Yeah, it's not taking it. Okay, well, let it be. I don't know. That's weird. I've never had someone's name not get taken, nor is personal. Huh.
Google sent me an email asking if I approve it.
Oh, maybe someone said, okay, that someone said that Google sent them an email saying, asking if you approve it. So maybe that's what needs to happen.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, so let me,
On my phone.
okay, so stop for a minute. Let me explain this before you leave, before you stop your share. So basically, this is an example of Anna having 3 different Google email addresses where now she can distinguish them. For some reason, the names aren't changing to personal. Maybe it's because she needs to go accept it. But you see how you can tell even then, because one is SBCC, the Google is her personal one, and the other one is her Cuesta.edu. Now, on all of these, for now, click on it, click on SBCC. I ask her for now to leave all of these sliders turned on, okay? And everyone, please do that. And on your phones too. Then go back to the other one, but she doesn't have them all on the others, and you'll see what happens when we move on. So now if she goes to her Cuesta, she only has her email on. You see that? That's okay. You don't need to have the rest on. And since this is, you can do that to your personal one too, but I'll show you when and why it matters. So then go back. And then on the Google one that she just entered, by default, it's all on. Okay. So for now, that means that in her mail, she's going to be seeing mail, go back. She's going to be seeing mail from these 3 accounts. And in fact, if you go up to your iCloud, click on the,
Did not change either this one, personal.
yeah, go ahead and, yeah, go ahead and maybe you got an email, go up to the, go, no.
I'll go to the
Go back to-
personal.
Go to the top one, Google. No, for some reason, it's not taking your names. Someone said that they just got an email they need to, okay, but for now, I'm trying to ask you to do something else. Go up again to the general accounts, yeah.
General accounts.
And then the topmost one says iCloud, click on that one. And this one is taking you to all your accounts and you have iCloud Mail on. See, so now click on iCloud Mail on. The second one, no, that's iCloud Drive. Say done. The second one is iCloud Mail. And it says send and receive at your iCloud email address. And so you don't have it turned, you have it turned on, but you don't have an iCloud email address. It's asking if you want to get one. Do you want to get an Anna Thompson at iCloud.com if you want a new email?
I
So-
have it. iCloud.com.
Okay, so then it says, yeah, it says on, but underneath, it's allowing you if you want to put in another one. If you have one on, then you're fine. Okay, so say done now. So cool. So now, what this means is she's got 4 email addresses enabled because the sliders are on in her computer, okay? Now, if you did this on your phone, you now have, say if she had done this on her phone and maybe she's doing it parallel, that means right now you have 4 email addresses on your computer.
Under what thing, Diana?
Under mail. So I'm gonna share, okay, so I'm gonna, thank you so much for sharing that. Now let me tell you guys what to do with that and how to handle it, okay? Because now I've shown you, if you want the first part, which is the step where it's confusing, because now you're gonna be seeing all your stuff. So what am I talking about? Let's go and do that. Let me share my screen for a second. And next thing we're gonna do is, I'm sharing the wrong thing. My desktop. Okay, so I have only 2 accounts set up. When helping other people, I haven't had a time to set up others, but I'll go ahead and set up others in a minute. But I have 2 accounts here, okay? So as long as you have at least 2, life is good for what I'm gonna show you next. Now, what I was just saying that is happening, I'm going to give me a second because I believe, and I want to confirm that I have a handout for this. And if I don't, then I'll write it out again, but I believe I already put this handout there. So let me first try to see if it's there. If it's not, then last time I taught that it's in my home. Yep, no, it's in my, last time I taught this, I was home, so the panel that I created is still in my computer at home. So I don't have it here to share with you. Okay, so that's no problem. Let me do the following. First, I'm going to create a whiteboard. I'm going to share a whiteboard. All right, so I'm going to explain. There's a lot of different, it's my breakup. It's not, but let me finish with this before we go on break because I want to stop the confusion before we continue. So, so now we all have different email addresses. One can be your personal Gmail, at gmail.com. Then we have our pipeline, which is your username at pipeline.sbcc.edu. Some of you guys have your name at yahoo.com. You might have a name at hotmail.com. You might have a cox.com, whatever, xx at cox. Is it net or edu, or is it, I think it's cox.net, right?
Net, net.
Et cetera, right? So some of you guys have other universities, some of you guys have other businesses that you run or that you work for. So these are all different companies that provide you with addresses. So I'm going to say an example. There's a Hotmail, there's at Outlook. Anything else that's in class? Tell me. Me. Oh, me.com. Which other ones are there out there that you guys have? Tell me.
iCloud.
iCloud.com.
Hotmail? No, Hotmail is already there.
Hotmail. Is there anything else that anyone in this class has?
Oh.
Someone had the other day, someone here worked for a company, so I'm gonna give an example at the school districts. It's a sbunified.edu, because like all my kids' teachers have an sbunified.edu, which is the Santa Barbara Unified School District. Okay, so meaning wherever you work for has their own. Okay, just like Pipeline has their own. All right, so basically these are all email addresses that people have that have nothing to do with your Mac. Up until there, they have nothing to do with your Mac, right? These are just email addresses that you have to go and create by going to the Gmail and saying, I want to create a new account. And you give them their information and you have a new account, which is now your new email address, and then you start using it. You enroll in SBCC and they go, oh, you have a new email. You start working for a certain company and they go, oh, this is your new company email, right? So these emails are not given to you by Mac or anything like that. They're just given to you by things you participate in, okay?
Mhm.
All right, so, and by the way, I highly recommend having, and I'm going to tell you more about what I recommend later. Forget that. For now, let's continue with this example. You have all these emails. Now notice that I made a little space and I separated me.com and iCloud.com because I'm saying this has nothing to do with your Mac, but in fact, the bottom two names have to do with your Mac in the sense that this is, instead of going to Gmail to ask for an email, you went to the Mac and said, give me an email. And if you've had this for a long time, they've given you a me.com. In the past, it was mac.com,
Yeah.
and the newest ones are iCloud.com. So these are all different names that Mac is giving you. Now, for example, if you have a yahoo.com and you happen to be from another country, many times it has, for example, something like R, I believe is the one for Argentina, or .de from Germany, or so a lot of times you'll see them, but all it means is different companies are giving you their email addresses. So these three are Mac, but what I'm teaching you is doesn't matter. You might or not have a Mac one. In fact, you all have an iCloud one in the sense that they assign it to you, but you might have never known or used it or have any idea that you had it. Just like you didn't know when you signed into the SBCC that you were given an email address, right? But you have one, but you might not even ever pay attention to it. So these are different email addresses. Now, when you want to read all these emails, what a lot of people do is they'll have to go to the internet and they'll go to check one, they'll open a tab to check your Gmail, and then you'll have to open another tab or go into SBCC to check your SBCC email, or you'll open your Cox and check out your Cox email, right? So people, you have to, if you do have more than one active email account, you have to go to a lot of places to check your email. Does that make sense?
I have all in there.
Now, what the mail app that the computer and your phone offer is that you can enter all of these email addresses, which is what we just did. I entered only 2, Anna showed entering 4, right? So whoever many guys use entered. As long as you enter all that information in internet accounts, then you can choose to see some of them, all of them, or none. Once they are entered, you control all of that through the system settings. So all of this, and let me get a little pencil here. You can, a little bracket here. You can read them from the mail app on your computer and or phone and pad. At the same time, or individually. Right? So you can choose to read them all at the same time or individually. So for people who at first go, oh, but now I'm seeing them all, it's a mess. That's what I'm going to teach you how to handle it right now. Okay. So for now, we're going to take our break. I don't want anyone freaking out that suddenly you go to your mail if you're using your app and you're seeing everything and if you're saying, because I'm going to teach you now how to handle that. But right now, my request is during break, we're going to take a break now, to go ahead and add the rest of these accounts. I'm gonna go in and see if I can bypass my double thing and enter a couple more accounts because I like to have a couple here as a sample. To have 2 or 3 as a sample, okay? But go ahead and any particular question about this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Anna?
When I did it at the phone, like you told me, and all the accounts show, and then in the bottom show fetch new data push. And I'm not sure if that's correct or
Yeah, you
fetch,
should.
fetch, push, fetch.
No. Okay, so you should by default leave it in push, which is the default choice. And the difference is that push means that when you get an email in one place, it just arrives and then all your different apps or devices that have it just have them. You open your phone, there they are. Fetch would mean that you manually need to say, oh, let me check my email. And then when you check, it checks and it comes in. Versus pushing, it just happens. Like you open your phone and there you have your 3 new emails, right? Like they're already there. The computer is doing. Fetch means you manually have to say, how many emails do I have? So when you open your email address, you only have what was there yesterday. You would have to then say, okay, find my emails, and you sit there waiting for your emails to arrive. Versus pushing, when you open your email pad, there they are. Anything that's been arriving over the last day is showing up. Okay, so that's push versus fetch.
Because
Okay,
my accounts, I'm sorry, I ask you that because it say, when I go in, it say manually and
yeah.
this,
Mhm.
and this SBCC is fetch. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
I did not check to see that this one would be on, that's my break.
Okay. Okay, we will.
Yeah, so let me check and see if mine says. Okay, so let me explain what she's talking about. And then we'll take a break. So when you go to your accounts, okay, over here, I'm in the mail app, right? In here in the mail app. And I go into my mail app, when you go into your accounts, over here, it says fetch new data. See that? And
And
it
you
says push is the default. If you were to click on that, there's different ways to check. You could have the computer check every 30 minutes for a new email or something like that. But if you don't, if you leave it on push right there, then it checks automatically. So I don't know how often, every 5 minutes, maybe it checks for a new email. And so if you have a phone that's very old and has very low battery, you might say, no, don't check automatically. I'll check once a day for my email, and then you check on your own. But if your phone is fine, just leave it on push. And then as emails arrive, they arrive. And so say that when you go check your email, emails are already there. Does that make sense what I'm saying when I say it's already there?
now I put it automatically.
Yeah, I would recommend
How do you
push.
do fetch? If you don't want to see them all the time, do you do fetch or push, please?
No, so then click on push, and if you don't, then you can say check only manually, and then you bring them in, or now the thing is, if you say manually, or it's automatically is push. Automatically is push. The phone will check for you. If you instead say, no, don't check, let me check, then you choose one of the other ones that will check on their own.
That means you manually check, you go into the icon, you hit mail, and then you manually check.
Yes,
don't
that's
get it.
manually. If you say hourly 30 minutes or 15 minutes, then it will check for you every 15 minutes. So it's still automatic, but not all the time. Versus push, basically, if something comes in, it receives it.
Sorry, thank you.
So say that you're waiting for an email and you go, God, it's not, or something. I just sent you an email and go, it's not arriving, it's not arriving. not arriving because you have set it to arrive, to only check every 15 minutes or every hour, so it'll take an hour before it arrives. Does that make sense? Versus if it says push, when they say, hey, I just sent it, it should be there within, let's say 5 minutes or so. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Fetch new data off, does that mean you're never gonna get information on your calendar or on other? like,
Where do you,
messages?
let me see what you're talking about. I don't have fetch new data off, so, oh, you turn it off.
But how do I?
That means that nothing will update until you manually, well, check everything.
So then how do I get it back on? Just hit the
By-
little green right there. So does that mean I won't get my text messages if I have that off?
We're in the mail app,
Oh, yeah,
so this is your mail,
oh, okay.
Okay.
No.
right? And your phone, you can, in all of these, you can individually check. Your computer checks all the time. It's your phone that you might want to conserve battery and tell it to check. Okay, I'm gonna back out because want to show you guys that I'm in the mail app, okay? So this doesn't relate to messages or other stuff. This is just your mail. Okay, so for all these apps though, it'll do the same thing. It's not like you can say, oh, show me only my personals all the time and my pipeline's only once an hour. No, it's just because it's automatic. It'll just go in and check all the accounts, okay? All right, so I haven't yet shown you what that mail app is and what it checks and all of that. So let's take our break though. And when we come back, any other questions we'll settle after break. All right? So let me go over to this clock, which it's almost, it's almost quarter to 11. So at almost 11, so let's say at 10:57. So be back by 10:50, actually 8 a.m. I'll see you guys in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Let me get your
All right, so they finally set me up with the main printer. So I was printing rosters, guys, which I've been, you guys at school, at home don't know, but it's been an issue with the printer. They set me up with a system where I print from here and I go to the main office and pick up the prints from there because this printer here was deciding not to work. So, but I had to figure it out because over there, no one knew how to do it and they figured it out. Now we have the printer working. All right, you're welcome. By the way, I'm reading Anna. Okay, so, let me share again my whiteboard. So for a second here, I'm showing you the whiteboard again. There you go. While everyone's coming back. Now I see a hand up, Rod.
Yeah.
Let me see. And the verification code sent to your mail. So go to your email. So go here to, all right, it's a Yahoo. Oh, but wait a minute. It's a Yahoo, but it's a Mac.com.
That's why you,
Okay, but it's not a Yahoo then. Not- Cancel. You should come here to iCloud. But here, your Mac.com.
oh, all right.
Okay, so go ahead and hit that. Print. Or make whatever it is. Okay, so, okay, let me know if you, when you're ready and you need me again. Meanwhile, I'll come back here. Okay. So guys, here's the, here's what I was just showing you. And this is the part that people were getting a little bit, nervous about, right? It was like, oh, I don't want to see everything. Well, first of all, what you will see right now, if you, as I said, left them all on and you have 2, 3, or 4, and you did leave everything on, you will see right now everything at the same time. So I was handling the printer instead of handling the give me a second, because I was handling the printer instead of adding another account. Let me add another account here. Let me see if I can add one without the double verification. Hold on. I have one more. Sorry, I said I would do that over break and then I ended up having to figure out the printer. And I don't know if I'll be able to do this. So check your phone, YouTube notifications. Here we are. Move on. Confirm whether it's you trying. It's sending me to Google. Yes, it's me. So I need to type 48 and good, it let me in. All right. Are you still trying to sign in? See, Google noticed something unusual. Wants to make sure it's really you. Check the web address. And I'm gonna sign in. If the arrow starts with account, sign in. Yep, continue. And now 29. Okay, so it asked me a few times. And now that I said yes to it 3 times, it finally let me in. Okay, good. So I needed to do that. And I did it during break because I had, anyway, I didn't do it during break because I had to do this. Okay, so sorry. Oh, I was still sharing your whiteboard. All I did was on my phone, guys. the thing kept saying, okay, go check your Google. And I checked on my Google and I did yes, and I sent yes, and I sent the numbers that they asked me. So now I have 3 accounts. So when I go now to my computer, I should have emails from 3 different places. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to stop. I'm going to share my entire, let me be clear. This one here, basically it acts like a funnel. I'm not good at drawing things, but with a mouse, here I am a designer, but I'm not the best. But this is basically like a funnel. Let's see if I can make a little. Is that a funnel-ish?
Yeah, good.
I guess we can even have a little handle for a funnel. Anyway, so all of these emails kind of go in there, whatever they are, right? And then your choice is, do you want to see them all at once? Or do you want to see them one at a time? And it's up, and how do you want to see them and what do you want to see them? But this is the important thing. It's the Mail app. Now it's the Mail app, both on your computer and or on your phone on your app. And it's like this little, it's a little blue envelope. No, it's a little blue tag with a white envelope. So the envelope is white. White envelope and like a little blue box. See why I hate writing in this thing? Okay, so there it is. So it looks like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and change my share to my entire computer. And for me, on my computer, on my dock, here's the Mail app. Okay, on my phone, it looks exactly the same. So now I'm going to share my phone and or iPad. And for my phone, here it is up at the top, but who knows where it is for you? Like you might have it down here. You might never use it, so you don't have it. And a lot of you guys go, oh, but I checked my mail and you show me a big M with colors. That's the Google Gmail app that only checks Google Gmail addresses. But what if you have, which you can have all your Google, if you only have Gmail addresses, you could check it on the Gmail address all the time. But what if you have a Yahoo or a Hotmail or something like that? But also, in my experience, in the Mail app, in the Google Mail app, I have to see one account at a time. Okay. This Mail app allows you to see them all at the same time, for better or for worse. You'll see now what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start, since I'm here, I'm going to start. No, actually, it's easier to start on the one at home. But all I'm saying is if you don't know where this app is, just push down and write the word mail. Okay, up there. Oh, I'm on my phone. Mail. And it'll pop up. That's the one. That's the icon that you're looking for. Oh, it says my screen share is paused. You guys are not seeing my, you guys were seeing it because I have my screen, but people at home haven't been seeing it. Okay, so what I was, my share, this is the Mail app that I have it handy right there. But if you don't, then scroll down and type mail and it'll pop up. That's the Mail app. Okay.
You drag that out on your desktop?
This is the phone. So no, I just click on it. Okay. But this is my phone. But that's, I'm gonna take you guys here in a second. Right now, I'm gonna stop the share and let's do it on the computer. So on the computer, I'm going to go ahead on the computer and head down to this Mail app and click on the mail right there. And my Mail app opens up. Now, if you have or haven't opened your Mail app before, it might not open the same as mine. Go ahead and open your Mail apps here so I can see what it looks like, to see if you see, I believe that maybe it might open up like this. I think this is the default way for the Mail app to open. Until you change it the way I'm going to ask you to change it, then I think this is the way it opens up. if this is what you are seeing at home, I'll explain how to handle it and manipulate it, but this is what you're seeing, fine. Looks like, no, it looks like you're seeing it with the 3 tabs. Okay, so who sees it just like I'm seeing it right now with 2 columns? Like on the left side, you see addresses, and if you click on something, here you see an email. If you're seeing it like that, give me a green yes. If instead, Rod, you're not seeing it like that, so you take your yes off. If you're seeing it like this, where you're seeing 3 columns, where you've got on the left side, like a sidebar, and then you have this one, and then you have, and this would be whatever you're seeing. If that's how you're seeing it, then give me a no, a red no. I want to see how many are seeing it with only 2 tabs like this, 2 columns, give me a yes. And if you're seeing 3, give me a no. So I want to see greens and reds, greens and reds. Okay, 3 columns is no.
I can't do that.
Are you a yes or a no? You're seeing 3. Oh, you're not even, you're seeing it in a.
Right.
Are you, doesn't see, wait, it's coming to you.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I
fine.
mean-
As long as it's coming to you, that's good. This is the way, this is the grandfathering in the old way of seeing it, so people were still seeing it. So there's another option, you could be seeing it in a different format. That's not this, which is the original, the old format of email. People who left it in that mode, then you see like a top and a bottom. Instead of 2 columns like this, you see 2 columns, top and bottom, okay? Which is fine, it's just the old way of seeing it, and if that's how you like to see it, then yay for you. If you prefer not to see it that way, we can change the format, but if you're accustomed to that and you're comfy with that, then that's good. Now, the new way of seeing it is this way, where you click on an email and you read the email here on the right side. The old way of seeing it, you would click on an email here up top and you would see the email below. Okay, so it's like if the columns were inverted. I don't want to switch mine right now, but if you have that, you would know what I'm talking about. If so, then raise your hand for that 3rd mode, so that I can see who's in that mode. Okay, so basically most of you guys are seeing 3 columns. 2 of you guys, Vera and Molly, you guys are seeing just 2 columns like that, right? Now here's, for better or for worse, I'm going to go to the way, Molly, I can't hear you. I am seeing you speaking.
No, I'm sorry, it's 3. I have 3.
Oh, it's 3. Okay, so then Vera,
Yeah.
Vera, it's just you, right? You're seeing just 2 on yours? Okay, so here's the thing about seeing it on 2. And in this case, watch. I told you guys that I have in my internet accounts, and I'm gonna, actually, I need to add that to the share. So let me add my system prefs internet accounts to the share. 1 second, so that you can see both. Okay, so here in my internet accounts, I have 3 accounts: Pipeline, SPCC Teacher, and Yahoo. All of them have all of their lights turned on, so to say, all of the sliders turned on. So if I go to my email, I should be seeing 3 different email accounts, right? I'm going to cover this so it's not confusing. So if you only have 2 columns, the way at this point it would seem that it's only Vera,
Mhm.
then you'll see here that it tells me this is from in my inbox to SPCC Teacher.
Uh-huh.
Click on this one, this is the inbox to my SPCC Teacher. Down here, this one comes from my pipeline, inbox pipeline, okay? So that means that I received this email to one of at 11 a.m. and
Mhm.
another one at 11 a.m., another one at 11 OS. Remember that they were asking me, Mac OS was granted, are you okay? So these are all security alerts telling me something's happening. Then I have this one also there. And then in pipeline at 10:28, I got something in my pipeline account. So I'm reading them here on the right as I click, and make it a bit bigger, right? I can, oh. And if instead you have your 3rd column, and then you can see in here that I'm reading all my section, this is selected, all my inboxes. So here's my, here's my Yahoo, something arrived to my Yahoo. So basically, I'm seeing them all in order of arrival, by order of time. And so they're all at the same time in here. Now, this is what you might be happy at seeing them this way because you just want to see all your emails as they arrive, or it can get really confusing to be seeing all your emails. So watch. First of all, over here it says all inboxes. I'm going to go to this little kind of carrot that's arrow that's to the right, left of all inboxes, open up. And now I'm going to say, I'm going to make it a little bigger so you guys can see it. And I'm going to help you, Vera, if you want this mode to show you how to get to this mode. Now I'm going to say, no, today I just want to check in my pipeline emails right now. So you click on pipeline. And now I have, in order of arrival today, my pipeline emails. So I got some at 10:28, 9:16, 9 order, and all the way down 8:33, 8:30 a.m. Okay, does that make sense? I have the choice to see only my pipeline emails or only my SBCC teacher emails. So now they're not confused, and it just doesn't say anymore inbox because I am looking at only my SBCC teacher inbox. So it doesn't say anything. It doesn't need to tell me I'm at my SBCC teacher. Here I'm at my pipeline inbox. When I click on all boxes, then it tells me this is from SBCC teacher. This is from pipeline. See how this appears now? That wasn't there before because now I'm looking at all my inboxes. So it tells me in order of arrival, but this is how I look at just the one that I want to see. Does that make sense, you guys?
It's more convenient.
So you can see them all together or one by one. There is still a choice to not see them at all. And I'm gonna show you how to not see them at all, even though the account is set up. But is that working for you guys?
Yeah, that's on the computer only,
How about
correct?
you, account? I know you have that.
Well, I mean, I see that they're separated, but they're not.
Well, because you need to select.
You have to select.
So go ahead and select
Yeah,
pipeline.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
yeah,
You get the choice to do 1, 2,
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
Now, the other choice could be click on pipeline again, everyone. Click on your pipeline account, everyone. Find my pipeline account. Yeah. Me too. So in the past, so let's look at all your email addresses, all your emails. So give me a second here. In the past, a little bit bigger. Oh, you delete them.
well,
Yeah, so that's okay, but let me go to someone who
Yeah.
doesn't delete them for a second. Here's the point where I need a student email is different than a teacher email, that's why I'm going to her computer right now. Are you guys hearing me from home? Am I speaking loud enough?
Yes,
Okay, thank you. So, in the past, I used to show this to everyone saying, hey, people at school pipeline only sends you maybe 2 or 3 emails a month, right? That was how it used to be before the pandemic. And so who cared to leave it on all the time? Because you would just get 2 or 3 emails a month. Then the pandemic started and all of us teachers are sending you our Zoom links. So that already, you're getting twice a week, for example, from me, right? Then the college is sending a lot more information. In the past, non-credit was kind of like the forgotten stepchild. And now they, for better, I think, the only negative is here in the email, but for better, is that now all of the stuff that's available for credit students is available for non-credit. So you can go and get wellness checks, you can get service, you can get, I was just showing you the food pantries even in person, but online, you're getting a lot of information. There's like poetry and stress workshop today, or there's all this kind of stuff that's available for free for students. Guess what? You guys are students. Now, you don't want to have that, that's fine. I'll show you how to not turn it on. But then you also don't get the emails from me. You would have to go into your pipeline account, Gmail, to get the email from me to click on the link, right? And that's fine. You can make that choice. Or you can just say, okay, I just want to look at only at my Outlook emails right now, and I don't want to look at my pipeline. And once a week, I'll check here to see if I have my pipeline. But I'm just looking here at Pam, and today she got 3 emails, 1 from me. Oh, no, we got 1 email today. But then she got the daily session reminder, which is the one for you to check in for your vaccination pass, which is going away
next semester, because next semester, they're not asking for vaccination and passing them on. So that'll be gone. So that's one daily email you've been receiving if you're a student, which will be gone. And then when you fill it out, like she has, you're getting that you've been cleared. So that's why you have 3 there today, right? But you need to do that when you come to class every day, so you needed that one, right? So if you're not looking at it, you need it. Then yesterday, she got stress management is a learning skill. We got a workshop for it, okay? And so SBC Learning supports work, and it's a stress management workshop that you're out, and you can do it on Zoom or you can go in person. Then there's a free fiction workshop, free wellness and words workshop, hunger and homelessness awareness week. So this is kind of like, all of this was yesterday. And then your daily session reminder. So yes, mainly they show up on Monday where you get suddenly this barrage, and then after that, there's not so many, but yeah. It also tells you about the theater tickets. It also tells you about, free movies. In the past, I got to tell non-credit students, not a big deal, but now you are getting them. And choose to take advantage of all this stuff, which you can. Or B, you can say, you know what, I just don't want my pipeline emails all the time. Or other emails all the time, and I'll show you now how to turn that off. First of all, here you have the choice of seeing them or not seeing them, right? Because you just choose on your personal one. If you leave it on. So it's fine if you leave it on, right? Then you just do like this. You check all your Yahoos, you just do teachers, and you just don't look at all inboxes. But if you look at all inboxes and you only have, say, 15 emails a day, to have 2 from pipeline is not too invasive. But if you have hundreds of email a day, the last thing you want is, even if it's only 2 more from pipeline. It depends on your, for stress. You might not want to be receiving all this information about the well, but the point I want to make is that this, in the past, when you got these things, you couldn't even go to them if you got them. Now you can, as non-credit students, you can do any of these things you're being invited to. You can do, okay? So just so you know, you can. Now, I, on the other hand, look at how many emails I got already today. Starting here today, I have, I don't know, it's like 15 emails. So, but this is my job. So I get much more than you guys. That's why I was looking at one of you guys to see. So if you don't want to see it, no matter how, good or bad this might be to have you see it or not, I'm telling you the good news about it is, yay, you get news about stuff that you might care about. B, it's like, oh, I'm happy. Thank you for showing me that now, but I don't want to see that. Say that you're coming to class in person. Do you need my Zoom link every day? No. Say it's January and you don't need to do the cleared pass anymore, or you're doing it on your phone. So do you need to see your pipeline email on your computer for that cleared pass? No, right? And you guys at home, you don't need to do the cleared pass because you're staying at home. So you don't need that email either. So then you go, okay, why am I looking at my pipeline email if I don't want to go to the wellness events or the whatever it is that's the free movies or the dance recital or whatever it is that is being offered? If you don't want any of that, and say, whenever I want to check pipeline, I will go to the svcc.edu, sign in, and go to the Gmail through there. If that's what you want to do, then you come over here to your internet accounts and you go, pipeline, don't show me email. Boom. And did you notice over here what happened? In my inboxes, pipeline is gone. And so look at how simple that was. Watch again. Here's my internet accounts where I had installed them. If I click this on, boom, there I'm seeing my pipeline email addresses. See that? Watch, I have Yahoo, SBC Teacher Pipeline. If I come back and I go, I don't need to see pipeline for a while. I turn this off, it's gone. That's how, if you have an internet account signed in, which is what I did before break, you can willy-nilly choose to see or not see even beyond the inbox. Like you can say, I'm not taking a class this semester. So turn off your pipeline emails. And then when you start taking a class again, you turn them on again. Now, on the other hand, it could be that
you know that I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna send you an email, and you're like, oh, gosh, you said you sent an email. Okay, let me just go and turn this on so that I can see them for today, and then later, when I'm done with that email, I'll turn it off. You could choose to do that too. You see what I mean about handling it from the internet accounts portion?
On the computer.
On the computer, same on your phone. You can do it on your phone too. I'll show you on your phone. I always show one at a time. So right now I'm showing on the computer, okay? Now, any questions about this? Go ahead and turn your pipeline mail on or off from the internet accounts. Then notice that it's not here in the inboxes anymore. And if you try to look for your pipeline here, you won't. It's not because it's not, it's just not there. So then, if so, and if I've warned you, I'm sending you something really important on email, for example, then all you need to do is open up your internet accounts. There you go. Go to pipeline and turn this on and boom, it hurts on. Everyone try that. I'm gonna get I'm gonna clear your handout, your feedback. And when you manage to turn on and off from the internet accounts, the choice to see your pipeline account, once you've done that and you see it working, give me a yes. But then the default setting, please turn it on again for the next 2 weeks. I want to, during class, and then right now we're going to be using this account, so I need it on. So next, bigger. Put your mouse in G's too. And bigger, so that you can see it. But here's your pipeline. You are seeing it. Now, go to your system preferences. And then go to your pipeline. And see how you're seeing it, turn that off. Yeah. Your inbox is only showing you one thing. And where it's showing you different things. You tell it here the best one time on over the here. Screen time is on. I'm looking, sorry, I'm looking for something on someone's computer, guys. Someone else who has a new laptop. I'm trying to figure out how to change how much time her display stays on, and I have a light bulb on mine, but she doesn't have a light bulb. Does anyone sure where it is?
Light bulb.
In mine, it shows a light bulb, but I'm like,
Light bulb?
you guys have
On
light
your
bulb too?
computer?
She doesn't have a light bulb.
The light bulb will be in the settings and the find
Yeah, I'm in the system preferences for her computer.
and the finder.
There's no finder, it's in system preference. I can't see a light bulb in her system preferences.
It's in the finder. Oh, no, it's not.
No, yeah, it used to be.
It's on the corner. It's not on the corner, teacher, on the left corner. Where it has the
Wow.
mine did today, but not now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This is weird. Okay, so guys, here's what she's asking me how to make her laptop keeps turning off, right? And so she wants to have it not turn off all the time. And see how I have a light bulb right here? She doesn't have that in her system preferences, and I don't, let me see in my laptop.
I don't have it. Mine.
So let me go to my laptop.
Oh, no, that's a screensaver.
No, there's, see, I have it.
Display,
I have it on Catalina. I have it on my laptop and on my computer. I have a light bulb here. It says energy saver. And then when you turn that on, you get to,
display or wallpaper.
you can, no, that's different. This power tells you how long to have your display turned on or off. See, you tell it to turn on the display and turn off the display. That's what I'm not finding on her computer. Anyone else at home is not finding it?
I did it the other day,
Yeah, okay. Well,
but I don't remember how it's in the battery.
well, it's on both my computers, and so I don't know. All right, so Vera, your hand is up. And I'm assuming,
Yes, I lost all my inboxes and it's not showing,
okay, share your screen with me because you're the one who didn't have the 3 columns. So go ahead and share your screen with me.
you see here, I don't see mail there, and then,
Hold on. This is not your mail app. This is a Finder. So close this window. This is not your mail app.
here,
Yeah,
This
close
one?
that. That's, yeah, that's not your, okay, go to your, go to open your mail app, which on your dock, I see it down there in the middle. It's not open right now.
Okay.
which one are you talking
Yeah,
about?
that's your mail app. You go down, down, down. Is there a little blue one
Oh,
there?
here, okay, I don't go there very often.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's why we're learning new things about what you can do on your computer. All right. And then on your system preferences is here on the left, go click on your internet account. Click on that. Yeah. And then go down to internet accounts on the left, bottom left. There you go. Perfect. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts. Okay. And it
Mhm.
would seem that you have your email turned on all of them because when you look at your mail, there it is on your right side. It would seem that you have all your inboxes turned on. So do you see what I'm talking about in your mail?
yes,
now?
I
Go
see it.
Go click on the word all inboxes on your mail now. Yeah, click on all inboxes right there. Click on that. There we go. So now all email, you might want to, maybe you have Zoom in the way or something, you might want to grab it and move it over a bit. Okay. So here you have all your emails that are showing up. Okay. Mixed, right? So you
Yes.
have, I see the first 3 of your emails came into your J Dietrich account. Your 4th one came in to it would seem a different one. Now, most of them are coming into your, it's hard to tell because your big column in the middle is the first column is so big. And then the one that tells you what your message is very small. So see that bar between the inboxes and your other one? Yeah, grab that and make it, wait until it gets a double-headed, put the tip of your arrow on, go to the right a little bit more, there. Click and drag it and make it small, no, the other way, much smaller until it says there. So as long as you can read, well, you want to read your email addresses on top, right? So make it a tiny bit bigger because all of yours start with V Dietrich. Can you go back to where you were to the other column and make it a tad bigger? Yeah, so that on the top where it says all inboxes, you want to read the email addresses that you have, see? And so, no, not so big, just as big as, see how when you have V Dietrich Gmail, V Dietrich Pipeline, V Dietrich Gmail, V Dietrich, J Dietrich Architect? That's all you need to read. So now make it small enough again. You don't need all that extra space. Yep. And this is for everyone, guys. So that you can see up until the end of .com or even a bit less, because now you know those are your 3 emails. Now you can make those smaller if you want by changing their names to like SBCC and, architect and that kind of stuff, but you don't have to, you can see the whole email. Now, the middle column is supposed to show you a little description of your email. So now make that one bigger so you don't have to click on every single one to open them. There you go. Now click, it doesn't need to show that much, enough to have an idea of what it's showing, right? And then now click on one from, see, and this is where I want you guys to use your pipeline accounts for class so that you don't have to be showing personal email. So click on pipeline, good. And then there you have on the top, you can click on the top one and it says, now you haven't, it seems been reached. accessing them. And so if you notice on the topmost date that she has is June 6/10/22. See that? Now, if you look to the left, look at her accounts, there's this little like squiggle next to her pipeline account. Can you move to the left column, left, yeah, now down to the pipeline. Now move a little bit to the end of the name, to the ADU, see that little squiggle?
Yeah,
If you have that, it means it's not, she hasn't checked it in a while, it needs her to put in her information again. So go and say, take all accounts online, see how it turned on? Stay online, and since the password is automatically there, now see that squiggle is gone? Now she's gonna begin to get her new email. See, boom, there they all came in. Okay? Now she has her emails updated. And that's just because she wasn't, checking it. Now, for someone who hasn't been checking it, I'm looking at her and she's got from yesterday, 4 emails, right? But then before that, you only have 2 from me because I sent you the incorrect link twice on 11/10. Then you have 1 11/9, 1 11/8, 3 on 11/8, 2 on 11/7 is me sending the wrong link again. So basically, it's not that many emails a day, but yes, on like Mondays, it looks like everyone sends out a reminder to all their stuff. All of this, you can choose to see or not see. And now, can you go over to the left system preferences box that we left in the bottom? All the way there, yep. Click on that to bring it up, okay? So click on your pipeline account, which is the bottommost one, and say, you know what, don't give me my pipeline email. So go and uncheck the mailbox. Yep. Now go back to your mail. Yeah. Yeah, move that over. Click on your mail.
It looks like I unchecked it, but they're still here.
Yeah, but no, click on it so that it refreshes. Just click on that to, yeah. And then here on the left side, go back and click on like all inboxes or something because they were refreshing. They were all coming in. Click on all inboxes. Okay. So now it's that refreshed and you're not seeing anything from pipeline anymore. See what I mean? You just needed to do a little reflex. Now go and turn it on again. And now pipeline appears again and you can go see it again.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's how you can turn things on and off. Now, the rest of your emails that you have there, you can explore on your own. So I always have people when they share their screens, show me, I'm going to stop your share, show their pipeline accounts because it's not private emails. You know what I mean? And also we're going to be sending emails and stuff to each other. And we all, you're going to see, we all know your pipeline email addresses as long as you know your names. Anna, your hand is still up or is that for an old question?
yeah, I have a question. I thank you for your respond one of the things because I have that little scroll thing that I cannot know. But when you push in the lady's email, you have a blue thing on top on the right and filter message and the mailbox.
Yeah, I'll start teaching how to use it right now. Give me a second. Right now, I'm just making sure people know how to turn the account.
Okay.
And
Thank
now
you.
I'll start showing you the details of it. Annette, your hand is up. I can't hear you. Hold on. Unmute yourself first, please. On Mondays, the gardener starts using. the
Yeah, if you uncheck your pipeline and then check it again a few days later, will you get the back emails or will they not be sent to you at all?
No, you will get the back emails. Yeah.
Okay,
So like right now, Vera had the latest email she could see at first was from June. When she checked it or she connected it, all the stuff that she's been getting since June popped in.
okay, thank you.
It's all there. Now, you guys can actually be, so that was a great question. You guys could actually be cleaning your inboxes, right? Pam's really good at that. Let me share my screen. Whenever I go over to, like when the link was bad and she needed to go back, well, she had already erased the address and just now I went to her pipeline account and she has like 5 emails because they're the 5 that arrived today. So that's the ideal. I mean, I'm like, woo, yay, Pam, because she's doing it the way it should be done. I'm not that good at that. But when you get something that you don't need, you can just delete it and then you don't have 26 emails waiting for you. So anyway, that's just, I'm going to show you now how to do that. But here I'm in my pipeline account. So when I read something, I click on it and I see it here on the right? And if I like it or don't like it, want it or don't like it, then I can say, nah, don't need it. So I can either move to the right or to the left, depending on your screen. If you have a mouse, like a magic mouse that lets you move to the right or to the left, you can just do that. Click right or left. Or if you have an iPad, you can put 2 fingers down and move it right or left. So that allows you to delete it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit delete. Now, if you don't have one of these mouse that lets you go right or left, then you can right click and delete down there, or you can select it and go to your keyboard and hit delete, or you can click over here.
Easy. It's easy there.
And just hit this little trash can and hit delete. So I've showed you 5 ways to delete an image message that you don't want, right? So here's the dear reader. It's already November. Log into your account. Vote now. You don't want it. Boom. I'm going to delete it. Hit the delete. It's gone. Now, the next one pops in. Now notice that I have just received on 11:43, a new one came in, right? So when it first comes in, it has this little blue dot. That means I have not read that email. But notice that this one has no blue dot. I am reading it, right? And it's all blue because I'm reading it. Once I am done and I go read this one, I click on it. See how now it has no blue dot? That means I've already read it. Now, again, reading only means, thank you, Linda. Reading only means I've clicked on it. Okay. Yeah, so sorry, let me explain something for people who are in the classroom. When you leave, that's why I kind of tend to leave the classroom door open, but I shouldn't. Technically, it should always be closed because these doors are all the schools' doors, every single door in all the campuses have been changed to this method because of the whole active shooter situation. So now I should be teaching always with the door closed so no one can come in that's not allowed. You can always open it from the inside, as you saw, just open it. But if you ever go out, like to take a break, drink, use a restroom, you have to knock for us to let you back in. Otherwise, the door, you can't get in, which is the whole point, right? So anyway, okay. Sorry, I had to explain something that was happening here in the classroom. So now, once I click on it, I might have not read it. I maybe just have clicked quickly. But this, just by being clicked on, is considered read, okay? So now I'll click on this one and it still has a dot. If I want, say once I've already read it, if I want to come back to it, if I want to go, oh, I need to read this one again because I didn't really get a chance to read it. I can say I'm hovering over it and I'm moving to the right and I make it unread again. Now, once I read it, it says read again. It goes away. Now, if I right click, if you don't do the right and left, then you can right click and mark as unread, and then it shows up as unread again, okay? So for something that you kind of want to come back to, you can say read or unread, because sometimes you just happen to click on it and you didn't really mean it, and you didn't mean it to go away, and there we go, and then now you're like, ah, there it is, right? So I have something from Ed here that I haven't read yet, so I don't want it to disappear. So I'm going to leave it on mark on as unread. And so I did that. And this one, on the other hand, is disappearing because I've read it. Okay, so now, if I don't want something, again, I prefer to move to the right and delete, but right click works as well, or
just it's easy.
Select it and trash, or hit your delete key. That's the easiest thing, to delete key. Now, so when I was saying, how many of you guys have too many emails from Pipeline? Well, it's very simple. If you you know, you should be getting about 1 to 2 if you're in person, because then you get the cleared pass, 1 to 2 a day for sure. If you have a class that day from me, right? You might get 3 or 4 more. So now what you can do is you can select a bunch at a time and say, I'm going to delete this one, and then hold down your shift key all the way down to this one, right? And then you select 3 or 4 at a time. How did I do that? Select one, hold down shift all the way to the third one. So that's 4. And then I do the same thing, hit the delete key or right click or move to the right click and delete, right? So it's so quick to delete emails that you've already read that there's no need to keep, you know, having them. So over here, I have my cleared pass. Let me go to some old ones that I might not need. Here, if I don't need these 3, I'll go click, 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 and right click, delete. Okay, and they're gone. Now, they're not gone to the computer trash can. They're gone to the email trash. Okay, just so you know, it's a little bit different. They're in the email trash. So do you guys have a trash bucket in your house that say only holds, you know, paper products or stuff like that? Well, it can fill and fill and fill. And since there's nothing smelly like banana peels, you never take it out. That's what's happening with the email trash. It's filling up. Anything you get rid of is still there. You need to empty your trash if you want it to actually completely leave your computer. Does that make sense? This is a warning. Now, the question that a lot of people ask is, well, if I delete it from here, that doesn't mean it's gone from where I check it somewhere else, right? No, if you delete it from here, it gets deleted from everywhere else because this is just
Little boxes.
if you view it from here and you're done with it and you delete it, you don't have to go somewhere else to delete it. So if you go to your Gmail, if it's a personal email and you go to your Gmail account and you deleted it here, it deleted from your Gmail, whichever other way you look at it from. Does that make sense? So, so over here, you read what you need to read. And then when you're done with it, if you don't want it, it's, you know, wellness meditation session. You don't want it, just delete, boom, delete, boom, delete, boom. It's very simple. But that said, I'm saying it's very simple, but that's not necessarily what I do either. Especially on my pipeline account. It's my business account. I get tons of times where I get told, well, we sent you the paper, so I have to go find it again. So in pipeline, I don't delete much at all. In my, and so let me just look at this for a second. Over here on the left, it says that I have 5,495 messages, right? It's like, yikes. But you know what? That's not true. I don't have only 5,495. This number here is my unread messages. Watch. In here at the top, it tells me that my inbox has 21,000.
Oh.
5,495 are unread. See that?
Wow.
So watch, look at this number. I'm going to read this one. It says 495. I'm going to read it. Boom, there it is, 494. Reading just meant clicking, okay? I'm going to go over here and I'm going to read this one. And oh, then that one I had forced to stay on. I'm going to read this one and now 493. I'm going to click on this one and 492. See how it looks like I have less. All I have is I have read them. I still have 21,000 messages. Okay. Now, if I go ahead and go over here and look, so it says 21,037 messages. I'm going to right click and delete it. Now 21,036. I have actually deleted it. So that means I have one less. That said, it's still living in the trash. Okay. So I still need to empty my trash, but it does tell me that I don't have that message anymore. Now, there's a couple of things you can do when you do not delete a lot of your messages. but you have spotted ons and off like this. See how I have some that are on, some that are off? Like, meaning I've read or I haven't read. I've been jumping around on purpose. I've read some, I haven't read others. One quick filter you can do right there is to click on this and say, only show me the unread messages. So when you click on this, I'm only seeing blue ones. So basically you haven't read these yet. So they're only showing you what you haven't read yet. Does that make sense?
Mm,
And
didn't
over
know
here it says filter by unread. Looks like I have 6,000 unread messages.
that. God.
I know, the numbers, okay? So now, careful, remember that red didn't mean deleted or not deleted. It just means I clicked on it. So I might not this is good or bad. Sometimes you might go, where's that email that I knew I had, but I don't see it? Well, it's because you already clicked on it and read it, and that's why you're not seeing it. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So if you click on this again, now you
Mhm.
see everything, read or unread, because this one was really important to you, but since you read it, when you click on this, it's not there anymore.
Right.
And it's because you've read it, but you haven't dealt with it, meaning put it somewhere or not put it somewhere. I'm gonna, by the way, show you how to do all this on your phone in a second. But first I want not extra or new questions unless they're specific to this, to what I'm explaining, I'll answer. But if it's suddenly a
It's
whole different email
it's
question, don't
easy.
right now.
It's easy.
Yes. Janine?
How again do you do like 3 in a row, delete at the same time? Like if you want to delete like 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
so if you want to get rid of 3, let me head over to some old ones. If you want to hit 3, click on 1. Oh, that might be, yeah, can you go open the door? That might be Esther. My co-teacher who is my evaluator this year. Or no, not yet, because she's coming at 12. Why don't you leave it? Oh, there you go. Hi, Esther. Come on in. I was just explaining about our doors that don't let people in or out. So we have to knock. So Esther's my colleague who's been doing the observations of my class. She's also a teacher. If you ever take classes, she's wonderful. She was also my colleague in credit. And she wanted to see a live action Zoom class, right? So I had told them all you were coming this afternoon. Is it at midday? Midday it is. All right. So what I have right now is a whole bunch of people on Zoom, and here you go. Here's the Zoom class. Okay, and they're all joining us. But the Zoom class would see only themselves. So I have everyone here also signed into Zoom. So as long as the computers can handle it, then the whole class sees itself on Zoom. Got it? All right, so right now I'm sharing my screen. We're talking about email, and someone asked me how to do more, delete more than one at the same time. So I'm going to go to some old emails that I don't need over here. And I'm going to say, okay, I don't need this one. And if I find 3 in a row that I don't need, like if I don't need this one, that one, and that one, I can select one, hold my shift key down, and then go down to the bottommost one, and boom, everything in between gets selected. But that's not typical. Usually you want to kind of spot delete. And so if I want to spot delete, I'm going to go and say, I want to delete this one, hold down the command key. Okay, try this out with some of the old stuff that you don't need. Go to your pipeline account. You have some old stuff, my old Zoom links. Hold down the command key, and now go to another one you don't need, like Nathan from Replit, and I don't need it. And see how now I can skip 1 or 2. Then I don't need the trunk or treat anymore. So I click on that one. So now I've got 3, and I can keep going, right? And go, oh, I don't need that one, and I don't need that one. So next thing I know, I've got 5 or 7 that I don't need anymore. And now I'm ready to delete them. So now you go to any one of these. And again, the 4 methods I showed you, the trash can, right click, delete key, or move to the right. So I'm going to go right click this time and say delete, and all 5 of those are going to delete at the same time. All right. So that's the quick way of cleaning up your inbox. All right. So remember, here's your system preps. If you have your internet accounts on, you can now say, well, you do or not want to see just one of these. So guess what happens to me? I used to have a Yahoo account. eons ago. I mean, it's my first email account, I think the second email account I ever got, like 20 years ago. I don't know, I'm exaggerating. I don't know when email started, but eons ago. It finally became full of junk, you know, before I didn't know how to take care of it. And suddenly I have tons of junk. So I left it live. And I always say, you guys should all have a junk email account. You should all have an email account that is live and exists, but that you hand out to anyone who wants your email, who you don't really want to give that email to, right? Stores, stuff like that. So that's my junk email account. And so then it's a live email. People say, you know, you get tons of ads to it. So given what I just showed you about turning it on and off, if you have an account that receives junk, which is my Yahoo, would I want to be always seeing it? The whole point is that I don't want to see these emails, right? So when I look at all inboxes, suddenly I see all my Yahoo mixed with my SBC teacher, mixed with my pipeline. Do I want to see all that junk? No, I don't even want to be filtering for it here by going only to SBC teacher or only to pipeline. I don't even want to be filtering it. So I just own that email. I have that account. All the junk goes into it, but I go to my preferences and I go, I never want to see my mail. Turn it off. So email still arrives to my Yahoo. It's still accumulating. It's still being sent, you know, all of these different people that were sending me all these newsletters and subscriptions and coupons and all that goes in there. I don't see it daily when I check my email, right? And then when I sometimes do have a need, like the other day, my Amazon stuff goes to Yahoo. They send so much stuff I don't need, but actually I needed a code for something. So then I just come in here and I go, okay, so here, show me my pipeline email, go pick up that email that I need, deal with it, respond, and then go back and turn it off. So it's so easy to, right, turn these on and off. So I just showed that to you with my junk account, but you all have practiced already with the pipeline. How easy it is to say, I'm getting too many emails from pipeline, turn it off, or, oh, I'm in an active class and I need to Zoom like twice a week, turn it on again. All right, because I know that was the main concern. So that's how you do it from the internet accounts. Now, I'm going to stop this share. Everything I just showed you on the computer, pick up your phones. We're going to do it on your phones now. I'm going to share my phone. I'm seeing a hand though. I'm seeing two hands. So first let me deal with that. Jeanette, your hand is up.
Well, you know, my laptop, my iPad was one of the 3.
Yeah.
It's out there, so we could revisit that another.
Well, yeah, we'll handle
And then
that
the
one.
Second thing was when we go to empty the trash, I don't want to empty the trash of my dogs. So is the trash for these?
No, remember I mentioned the trash is separate. Hold on, that's my 15-minute left in the class alarm. I do that because during the last 15 minutes, I warn people to get ready for final questions and stuff like that. So remember I just mentioned that the trash email is separate from your computer email. So if you delete your trash email, it won't delete your computer email and vice versa. Okay, and I'll show you, I haven't shown you how to do that in a minute. I'll show you that. Rod, you have your hand up?
Is there any way to get rid of a massive amount of emails that you don't want?
Yeah, you can just click on let me turn on my Yahoo, for example, where I tend to get to the spot where this is my Yahoo emails where it's all 99.999% junk and I don't want all of them. So it's so easy for me to just click on the top one and then I just scroll all the way to the bottom, right? Which is what December 2020 looks like. I haven't cleaned it for a bit. So I just did a quick little scroll all the way to the bottom. Hold
You're
down
not
my
sharing,
shift.
you're not sharing your
Oh,
screen.
sorry. Before I do that, let me share my screen. So Rod's question, I know that you guys can hear, but just to repeat, he wants to know how I delete a ton of messages at the same time, right? And if I look at the bottom of my Yahoo, last time I emptied it, I guess was December 2020. So that's 2 or 3 years worth of Yahoo here has been accumulating. I'll go and click on the top one. I'll scroll all the way to the bottom.
And then
Hold down. What did I just say to hold down when you want to do a bunch at the same time?
select.
Shift, select my last one. I have thousands of emails in here selected. You see, it's all of those have been selected. It doesn't matter how many. Right click,
And delete.
boom. Are you sure you want to delete 10,000 messages? Told you this is my junk account.
10,000.
Delete. I don't need them. My Yahoo now is done. That's my junk account. Normally I leave a few because I'll teach this again and, but by now I won't teach this until January. So I'll have at least 500, right? They're gone. Now, are they truly gone? Well, this says nothing read, but remember, it's not about read. These are how many I've read. It's how many messages my box has. So I have 0 unread, but also 0 messages. Now, I said I was going to go to the phone, but hold on, because now I do want to follow up with the, where did they go? They went to my trash. So over here on my left side, I've told you how to go either to all of the inboxes or to open them individually, go to the different inboxes, right? And so my Yahoo is empty now. My pipeline has a ton, my SBC teacher has a ton. Now, keep going down and you'll see that I have down here, my pipeline account individually has a trash, or if I keep going down, my Yahoo has its own trash, or my SBC teacher has its own trash. Now these could be collapsed. It could be, and I don't know how it's showing up for you right now. It could be collapsed where you just see the words pipeline, Yahoo, and teacher. For the most part, they are not collapsed. For the most part, when you click on them, you have here an option and you see them all opened up. So if I scroll down, SBC teacher, pipeline, Yahoo would be my third one. Down, down, down to my Yahoo trash. They're all there. My 10,000 messages are in this trash. See that? They're still there in this trash. So now, if I really want to get rid of them, what do we do with the other trash? We put things in the trash and then we take them out to the dump. We have to empty the trash to actually take them to the dump. So once again, you can also do, I showed you how to right click shift. You can also do a shortcut. Those of you who love shortcuts, I know a lot of you guys at home like shortcuts. Command A. So if my mouse is right here, it has to be clicking one of these, and I do command and then tap the A. Boom. All of 10,000 have just been selected.
And then trash.
Right click again, and now delete. This time, are you sure you want to delete? And now it says 8,000. I guess I had some others in the middle, and I will say yes, delete. Now they're gone from my trash, and they're gone from my inboxes where they were before. So I truly have an empty Yahoo account. If I were to go up to my yahoo.com, will my emails be there?
Sure.
Yeah, remember, if someone asked me before, do they delete anywhere? Yes, they do delete everywhere. So they're totally gone. So be careful because they're gone everywhere. Okay, remember, we've talked about the whole thing, iCloud, Yahoo, Gmail. You delete them in one place, you see them somewhere else, they're connected. Just because you're seeing them in many places doesn't mean that you have 4 of them. You still have only one of them. If you delete it from one of your devices, it disappears from all your devices. Okay, so now I'm going to share my phone. How do we do this on the phone? And then that's going to be the end of the class. So accumulate any questions. We have 10 minutes to go. All right, is everyone seeing my phone now? Okay. I had left you guys in the system preferences. Here's where we added the accounts, right? And we went into the accounts and we had, in this case, I only have 2. I haven't added my Yahoo yet, but that's okay. I have 2 accounts here, right? Because I just emptied my Yahoo, so it wouldn't matter. See how I have 2 accounts? Pipeline, iCloud. Let me add, over break, I didn't add yet my SBC teacher, so let me add that one. And save. Okay, so we did all this before. I just hadn't done this one yet. Okay, so I have my 3 accounts in here now. All right. Let's swipe this out of the way and let's move. And for those of you who haven't opened mail yet, remember I told you how to find your mail app. Either you see it over on the, either you see it right here, someplace on your front page, or you put your finger in the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna push down a little bit and then search and type the word mail. And then if you don't see it easily, the search helps you find it. So everyone, have you all opened your mail app? Now, again, a lot of you guys go to your Gmail app or some other app. Are you in this to start with or here? Where did you end up landing on? Like you're seeing your emails? That's probably where you land on to start with. I was already in a show me what you land on when you get the name. It was like iCloud now. No, but you're not in your mail app, so go find your mail app. On that. Okay, so that's your inbox, and in this phone, click on inbox. You only have one email. You haven't added other accounts yet to this one. Okay, how do I know that? When she went up here at the top, you land on all inboxes. In her case, it only says inbox. So she has one email account set up here where we all set up all our accounts in the mail. I set up 3 accounts. Okay. If you only have one account, you have one inbox. So now when I go to my inbox, since I have 3 accounts, when I click on all inboxes, I am seeing a combination of all my different emails at the same time. Again, in order of arrival, just like we saw on our computer, right? So how do we see only one at a time? Head up to the word mailboxes, which you will only have, right? If you have all these different inboxes, and now I can see only my pipeline. Exactly what we saw before. So now I'm looking at only my pipeline accounts. Right, so oh, here's Esther's here. She just asked me today, look at all the stuff I got in between. Back up from pipeline. Now I'm going to see only my Gmail. This is my SBCZ at teacher. Back up from the top again. Now see only my, let's say, see them all mixed up again. Back up. See my iCloud. Does that make sense? This is exactly what we did before. Right, so any questions? Anna?
Yeah, I keep in missing how 2 things, how you set the iCloud dividers and how you grab all the mail and delete it, how you put it all blue. I keep missing and it's like, okay, I'm gonna,
Click on that.
I will look at it on the, you know what? No, don't, I will look at it on the recording.
Okay, no, but it's
Thank
okay.
you.
I don't change this to blue or not. When I read it, see how it has a little blue dot? When I click on it, it now reads me that email. Instead of showing it in the 3rd column, I read that email. When I go back to my inbox, it's the little blue dot is gone because it means I read it.
No, when you say you delete all at once, all the blue, color blue, you select one or you select all? I don't know.
On your,
You delete all the emails, like the full box, email box.
okay, are you saying on your phone or in your computer?
Either way.
Okay, no, it's not the same, because on your computer, remember it was like shift, click, shift. You can do it that way. On the phone, it's a little bit harder, right? So on the phone, you go up here to where it says edit. Okay, and this is, if you want to delete one, let's start with one. If you want to delete one only,
Yeah, you move it to the
move
right.
to the right or to the left, depending on how you have your phone set up, right? And see how I'm just putting my finger? This one here was to make it unread again. I click on that and it says unread again. We showed you that before. Move to the right, and here it has a couple different choices. If I move all the way to the right, it gives me the choice to archive. I'm going to talk about archive probably next week. We're 5 minutes left. But if you want to delete, if you move all the way to the right, that's the only choice. It archived, which is not the same as trash. I'll tell you about that later. If instead I want to delete this one, I have to go a little bit less and see where it says more.
Yes.
More. And then one of the choices there is to trash that message, right? Now,
Oh, yeah.
see, you have to scroll down and it says trash message. Now that gets a bit confusing. I don't like that. You can manipulate this in the preferences. I can show you preferences next week. You can manipulate that. So when I want to trash something on my phone, I just move to the right and I see the trash right there. You can change what you want to see. I have a choice to just trash directly. Now, next thing, how do you do many at a time? Anna's question. So one at a time, it's easy, just boop, right? And again, I see trash, I just trash or hit map. Now, if it's, this is because it's the iCloud. It's the pipeline account. On the iCloud, if you have an iCloud account, when you move to the right, see there's the trash. Each company chooses. So in my pipeline account, when I move to the right, I have to choose the trash. See how I see flag or archive? Because the default for Gmail is to archive. On the other hand, your iCloud email, it knows that you're trying to get rid of it. So your iCloud account, if you have an iCloud account, you move to the right and the trash is right there. It just changed depending on the preferences that each company has assigned to it, so to say. So now there is the trash. So I have set up my pipeline so it also shows me the trash because I don't want to be archiving all my stuff. When I want to archive it, then I have, instead of flag, I have archive and trash as choices. And then I don't have to go all the way down. All right, so let's say that you want to delete a bunch of stuff at the same time, which was Anna's question. At the very top, you see the edit, hit the edit. And now you go over here and you click. I don't need to see that one, I don't see that one, I don't see that one, I don't see that one. Now I'm gonna actually stop because I do need to see a few of these. I don't need to see, I do need to see that one. So I'm scrolling up a bit to find there. I don't need to see that one. And I don't need to see that one. Okay. So now I've selected 4 that I don't need to see. Right. And then again, because it's pipeline, instead of immediately letting me go down to the bottom and trash, which it would be if this were an iCloud or any other Gmail account. It's just the pipeline account that does this. All other Gmail account give you the choice to trash, but pipeline does this where it wants you to archive. So then you can move it to the trash. Okay, and hit trash. And all of those at the same time went into the trash. So again, edit, select something that you don't want. Go choose something I don't want. Padlet need that actually it was right. SLOs I need. Here, I don't need this one. So again, in the pipeline, go to move, trash. But you would only do that if you're doing so many at a time that it matters. Notice again that if I go to the cloud and I hit edit right there, then I get a choice to just go straight to trash. See at the bottom right? I don't have to archive. Oops, I deleted it before. My finger touched it before. So again, edit. And then I'm gonna get these 2 and then down there, trash. Okay. So it's much easier if it's not the pipeline account. I don't know why the pipeline account makes it complicated. Regular Gmails, they let you trash anything you want. You move to the right, move it to the left. Okay. All right.
Right.
2 more minutes. Any question, you guys? It's so funny. Esther's like, you guys are all trained. Guess what? It's the last week. I need to do this because usually I stay asking and answering a lot of questions, but I have this class that's this afternoon starting. Today's the last one of that class. So as of Thursday, I don't have to rush between classes anymore. So, yay. But now heading off, I'm going to stop my share. Any questions, you guys? Anna, your hand is up, or is that an old hand?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was from before.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool. Lower that hand. Anyone else?
Thank you.
The phone. I know
Thank
there's
you.
questions there. I have a few minutes. No questions?
No,
No,
Thursday.
now I have a question.
Hold
The
on, Anna.
17th
Oh, Anna.
Oh,
Hold
come
on, Anna.
on.
A local, someone here is asking her questions. Give me a sec. Yes, you can't hear Maria because she's very quiet spoken, but she's asking something. Yes, Maria.
In the computer, you said the shortcut to delete.
Mhm.
So in the phone, there's some shortcut to delete all the.
Just the edit, and then,
Oh,
yeah,
and
there's
one by
no,
one?
no, there's no way to do a
Oh.
select all on the phone.
Okay.
You have, so to handle like
One
thousands of
by
emails, it's easier to handle from the computer.
Okay.
If not, you can do ... for like 10 of them at a time, but otherwise, yeah, you can't say select all and delete.
Okay. Thank you.
Great question.
And so in the Gmail, then you have to archive and then delete. Archive and then go to the.
No, just go to move trash, because if you archive and then delete, archive is a different thing. We'll talk about that later next week when we are going to handle the inboxes, mailbox, smart boxes and all that, then I'll explain archive. But if you really want to get rid of it, it's trash. Yeah, so go to move. So this is if you want to do many at the same time.
So then go to
Hit
move.
move.
Okay,
Trash.
good.
That's if you wanna do many, if you wanna do one, just try to do it right.
No, I'm just curious as to, I want to turn off that
Hold on.
pipeline.
Guys, 1 second.
Just want to acknowledge that since it's time and some of you guys are leaving, I just want to say goodbye and I'll see you guys on
Thursday.
Thursday, okay? But if you have a question, you can hang on. All right.
Well, I just, I don't want that pipeline integrated, so I turn it off.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep going with the other,
Okay.
the next few weeks,
Okay,
but it's the same thing, if you don't need your contacts.
Okay.
And if you do but her pipeline for this class, leave it on 2 more weeks until the class is over, and then after that, you're welcome to turn it off. But
Okay.
We're gonna be here with each other.
Yeah, okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you. We're getting smarter every week.
Yeah.
Teacher, I got a question, a short one.
Diana, what's up?
You do your setting in the computer or at the phone, in the phone?
Your computer has its own settings, your phone has its own settings, so.
For
if
the
you-
email, like I have one word, I don't know what it is, threads. What does that threads mean?
Show me what you're asking me because I do not know what. you're-
Okay, you going into the settings for, let's say, SBCC, no,
Are you saying on your phone or on your,
in my phone.
okay,
And then you go to mail, yeah, and then you go down below on the mat and the settings and say signature, 4 signatures, I don't even know what that is.
yeah.
Say
But that
new
you're-
thread.
Anna, this is the kind of stuff, we're going deeper into how mail works. I'll answer that next week when I go deeper into how to make your mailboxes and your
Okay.
thread,
Okay,
all of that.
okay, the second, okay, thank you so much, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Class, take
Take
care.
care.
Hope they give you new computers.
I know, I hope so too.
I
Bye.
asked